fucking sick. Yeah, because I got two sets of metal dice. I told Para about them. The nat 1 on one of the sets of the D20 says fuck. And the nat 20 on the other set of dice says yeet.
So is it really small rating, or are they really big dice?
No, it's actually like decently sized. They're standard sized dice, but here, I'll send you a picture. Just let me get them all organized and pretty, okay? Not that I'll ever fucking use them, because apparently in-person sessions don't happen anymore.
Yeah.
That or I don't have friends. Got it. So I don't have friends. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, so I have no friends. Okay, I see how it is.
Yeah.
Just join your local.
You can call me out.
Okay, so I believe it was on one of the spells I did Bane power
instead of brain.
Bane.
you chose the one
who doesn't have much brain power.
You merely adopted the woe. I was born in it, molded by it.
You know,
I'd rather make a Bane save. I probably have a better chance on it.
You chose the one spell that I qualify for everything but one.
Except carrying.
Carrying.
That's pretty fucked up, bro. Bro, use a spell. I can't. Why not? Because I don't care about you. It's worse than death.
I never cared about our friend that just died. I just.
So I believe the new spells are. Let me scroll up here because I put it all in alphabetical order for one.
Yeah.
Claymore of Woe upon ye.
Yeah, that's to kill me, right? It's got a 50-50 shot of just insta-killing, and
yeah. Well,
I'll never make a brain power save in melee.
It's a 50-50 on only 2 of them, mind you.
What?
Only 3,
and
actually.
leave.
Because
no, I'm never going to make the brain power save.
True. I mean, it's a DC 18. You can.
I have to roll a 17 or higher.
Then we
you
added.
Can probably make it. Says the person that only has to roll a 3 to make it.
Not we. I added one called Illusion of Friendship, which is a spell where you kind of ensnare somebody. It's called the Illusion of Friendship. And then I think I added one more. Yeah, Retaliation of Body. So
that's cool.
It's pretty metal because you more or less cause the bones to fight against the body that doesn't inside them. That was pretty funny.
I want
Vengeful Step is also a pain in the ass.
I was getting there. Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna go to jail.
Why?
I fucking missed my jury summon date today because I fucking forgot about it, and I informed my work that, hey, I have jury duty this day, don't schedule me, and they scheduled me anyways.
You don't usually go to jail for that. What you can do is you basically kind of call them, hey, something came up, and you kind of just, be real about it.
You can go directly to the place and just tell them. At most, you'll probably get a fine.
You can collect go, but just don't collect, or you can pass go, just don't collect $200.
But yeah, at most you'll get a fine. If that.
You have to be willfully avoiding jury duty, which is still stupid because it's literally like a tax upon some we'll pay you $10 for an entire day. Cool, thanks, assholes.
Oh, thank you.
I can almost buy Subway.
My time is worth $10 to you.
So I fixed the Bane power one. And what was this other shit? You're talking about damage types or something like that?
Well, I was just having a question, what's the difference between burning and blazing, especially since the magic, all the magic spells do burning damage anyway.
Well, so I'll go into it, because the types is right here, I'll go in and actually, describe them out. That's something...
Also, there's no slashing.
There's piercing, which is technically slashing.
So, what,
just on the equipment, it's, slashing or piercing, and some items only do slashing, like Blade Scarf.
So what? Just show up before the court tomorrow, be like, "Hey, fucked up," and they'd be like,
"Well,
just
no,
give me a fine."
I would call first.
Blame your work, dude.
Yeah, I would call first. I would call first and blame your work, and then hey, these fuckers. I was gonna go, but then my work was no, you can't go, and I literally throw your job under the bus.
Yeah, fuck them. I've been having such a fucking bad day anyways. They can go all fuck themselves.
Fair.
Hey, you're here now. That's all that matters.
Sometimes
No,
it
it's
do be
not.
like that.
Well, it's not gonna matter in a moment if my fucking character decides to get fucking schwacked off the bat.
Oh, now that's not the attitude.
Yeah.
Says the guy who got shot
Yeah.
6 times in the fucking chest and fell down. And then had to get
And got my asshole douched out non-consensually.
I mean,
well, to be fair, I mean, you know,
were
you
going
kind
to die.
of needed it.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
like I
fine.
could have
I'm only dying a little.
He's like, leave my butthole alone, let me die.
Let me die with dignity.
I got a bullet for my trouble, so like fuck me, right? Jeez.
I got a kick to the chest, so.
Oh, and then yeah, and then I added
I
a.
may be dying, but I still kick like a motherfucker.
So if you'll look down in equipment on the miscellaneous stuff, I actually put them all in alphabetical order and actually fixed a few of them. And then you have all these nice little poisons you got to worry about. Yay!
Hey, guard. I
What's
just
up?
want to say, I opened up the Twitch stream, and the first advertisement I got for it was for Dick's Sporting Goods, and I was just like, first we're talking about centaurs
Dicks.
getting their assholes douched, and now we're talking about dicks. Nice.
All part of the plan.
Jesus.
Time to hug the homie. Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, he left the chat a long time ago.
Who did? The homie or Kill?
Jesus.
Joy? Oh
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh.
Jesus. Oh yeah, that guy. But
God
yeah,
is dead.
so I wrote out the actual. I wrote the stuff between A Night Till Morning, Mistress Palla, The Sundering Sleep, Bloom, and then like these little weak ones you can kind of find on the cheap. It was blinding powder. So I kind of wanted you guys to have like a pocket sand analog, so I put it in blinding powder.
Hey, guard.
Oh.
Quick question.
What's up?
You said you wrote this in the morning. Was this prior to coffee or after drink that you wrote the exploding death claymore that we'll never get to use?
Why?
Just asking.
Asking for a friend, and then I put and I put all the speaking spells in alphabetical as well.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's pretty
really
fun.
I gave you guys a little pocket sand thing. Look at Brawler's level 9 pocket sand.
Well, this one that
Oh, you can
that,
just buy
no, because that's that one. This one's different. It's they're not the same.
It's just the wording, man.
Okay.
my characters are asking for more challenge, and I'm like, and I took that personally, so I put them a spell that they can't use, but I can use forever.
What? Of course you guys can use it. There's nothing saying you can't use it.
Except
just
that
have
ours
two
doesn't care.
It's like an arse problem, really.
Yeah.
Skill issue, bro.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should try to get along with them better.
I
No,
thought
you
I
just
thought I
rewrite
was
the
getting
back.
along
He's
with you a little
insufferable.
I
better.
mean,
Listen, I tried to give you a pony ride, and then you got mad at me, so I said,
I
fuck
didn't-
you.
I didn't get mad at you. I got terrified.
You're mad at
because a
everybody.
No.
god-
Yeah, he didn't get mad at you. A god got mad at both of you.
Yes.
No. See, you're right. You didn't get mad at me. You just are mad at me. You're right.
He's mad at everyone.
So
Well, he's mad at you for drinking like 20 blood potions and trying to
It
kill
was
yourself.
four.
No. The only thing that ours is mad at you about is shooting at him after he worked like hours trying to save you. That's
I
the
didn't
only
shoot
thing
at you. I shot at your truck.
Also, probably scratch and sniffing his open wound.
He's gotten over that.
Listen.
he's gotten over that.
Yeah, well, even like these are reasons to be angry at you that have kind of stacked up.
He does have legitimate reasons to be angry at you. So it just, but he got over most of them.
Ours probably.
All right. So why don't you guys remind me
I'm
about what
sorry.
happened?
Minu, I saw that and just fucking died. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So why don't you guys tell me in chat what you guys did last game?
We almost
Took a
got
bath.
yes, they took a bath with femboy servants
And beer.
and beer. Yes.
And beer.
And we had to be quiet or face a huntress acolyte that could have killed us.
It's not
Yes.
called the Huntress.
I
I'm gonna get sued.
got firewood and had a nap.
Thusla, how's your game?
But I poop from there.
I mean, yes, that's part of it still.
Not right now, you don't.
Yeah. Oh, also, Declan just really didn't have a good day at all.
Declan, why is
No.
that?
No, I really didn't.
But he earned ours' respect.
Thank you.
And a sucking
Listen.
chest wound.
Hey, I fixed it. I fixed it.
I like to think that there's still an indent.
Yeah,
So-
same.
It's like a Looney
Like-
Tunes style.
Oh
red
my god.
indent.
It's like falling out of a moving car and you just have a dent in your skull. The doctor's like, it's fixed, bruh. And you're like, dent.
But
I-
didn't.
They put a little hat on it, completely fixed.
I will do the studying to earn those 3 points in medical. You do realize that I want retaliation of body.
Oh no, my players are doing stuff the way I want them to do it. How? Oh, the horrible.
Oh god,
Just to tell you, I won't put any spells in magic, because fuck you and your work.
oh god, that is absolutely horrifying, Minakaro.
What?
Jesus, what he put in chat, Discord chat.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That is absolutely dreadful.
Legally distinct huntress. Yes, thank you, Slap Salad. There we go.
Oh my god.
I hate
Alright.
it.
So, I believe...
Bro, he reminds me of the fucking character from the Goonies, just bigger.
Who's Sloth? Hey, you guys.
You guys.
So, you guys are currently in the page at. You guys are over here in Northern Trace, and
We haven't actually made it there yet. We're like sitting outside of Northern
I'm cool
Trace.
if we just.
oh, that's
make
right,
it.
that's right.
That's
So,
fine.
Sid, you guys are waiting on fuel, ain't you?
Oh
Yeah.
no, we're not actually waiting on fuel.
Yeah,
we're
we are.
waiting
Yeah,
on
waiting on oxen.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
waiting
We
on
were
oxygen.
waiting on oxen to pull it. We aren't even
Yeah.
getting fuel.
So,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and do a little time jump here to the next morning. The boys who are in Northern Trace, you guys have to find some beast of burden to carriage pull your Humvee, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because apparently your horse is useless.
How
Yeah.
could your one single horse not pull an entire Humvee? Jeez.
It's also kind of hard to pull a Humvee when your ass is on fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I got shot.
So-
Let's not focus on the ass.
I thought we meant just. Oh no, the horse ran away. Yeah, that's right. We don't even have any actual horse. Yeah.
Fucking Winchester decided to abandon us.
I told him to leave and he left. How dare he?
Holy shit.
Winchester, save yourself. Wait, no, wait, I was just kidding. Later, bitch.
Just right, bro.
I will say, Guard, that ours takes a point of exhaustion because after the whole acolyte thing, he didn't go to sleep and
Okay.
he kept up his magic throughout the night. So yeah.
That is fair. That is fair. Okay, so the next morning, you boys who had your nice night's rest in the Northern Trace, you guys go out to try and find these beasts of burden. Camera, quit moving around. God damn it. And I should ask, what kind of beast of burden would you prefer? Do you want oxen? Do you rather have draft horses? What sounds the best to you? Because the costs will be different.
Probably the best bang for the buck, honestly.
Okay, do a quick market check here. I keep trying to find the fucking Foundry, like, program. I keep forgetting it's in a web browser now. Okay, real quick. Where's that thing at? Scroll. There it is. Okay. So let's do a quick roll here, see how the market's looking. Okay, so it's not great. So right now it is definitely a seller's market in Northern Trace. Just by the dice roll there. So the cheapest, the best bang for buck, you're able to find a pretty mid-grade oxen, kind of like a big boorish fellow. It's kind of like a woolly oxen too. He's got this like this kind of long brindle coat about him, and he's going for a very modest 14 gold.
And we want two, don't we?
Well, you reckon that as you guys start talking to the seller and breeders, they seem to be quite confident that just this one oxen could pull that four-wheeled armored wagon y'all keep talking about. It should pull it just fine. Not very fast, but it'll pull it just fine.
Shouldn't we want to, just in case?
Well, I mean, worst case scenario, we use one for the food truck we don't have yet.
Yeah. Alright, so, you know what? Let me access my character sheet. I want to see if I can haggle this fucker. Alright. Yes, I don't have my full skill list. Let's see.
Yeah. So your skill list should show the things that you only have.
Yeah.
Can I use market sense for anything?
Yeah, market sense will definitely help you out with
that. I have pretty high market sense.
5. It's like max market sense.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what I have the most in, either Moxie or Cunning. I'm trying to figure out.
Well, with Moxie, you're trying to like persuade him, while Cunning, you're trying to like undercut him or try and like weasel your way in. So it depends on how you want to be perceived by these blue collar folk.
Probably do a good old Moxie check with it. So let me let her rip. Bullshit!
Wow.
Well, what do you roll? Oh, a 3. So...
It was close to a 19.
Yeah, I saw it. So you... Well, I'll say this. You know for a fact that this oxen is definitely being oversold because, you know, as you kind of look around and you know the layout of the land and what's going on, it's definitely a seller's market than a buyer's market. So you know for certain that this oxen is overpriced. It's just a question of what can you do to get it more cut towards where it should be.
I don't reckon we have anything we can sell off that's unnecessary to the not mission critical. So
well, I mean, I won't go that far, but farmer sir, that really does not look like an oxen worth more than 10 gold.
Daniel, give me a 1 second here. Let's go to skill tab. There it is. Let's see, market sense. Moxie, and then you have fucking hell. Give me a perception roll using your brain power.
big brain time.
Daniel or both of us?
Me.
Just Daniel. Okay.
Nice dirty 20.
So, Kodramina, as you start talking with the guy, he's like, well, it's ain't got a lot of oxen left, and, not exactly a lot of these guys around, it's hard to find a thickly furred, coated oxen that can go north and all that. And Daniel, as you're watching Kildramina and this guy kind of converse back and forth, you notice that that behind him is kind of like this elf's about maybe 55, 60 years old, and the guy behind him is probably about 30 or 40, and you see him kind of like watching the old man quite intently, and the airs these two have, while the old man has like that other like the old world wisdom, it seems more like the guy behind him is actually running the show.
So I should talk to him. I'm gonna fucking pull the Karen card and be like, well, as much as we want to pay these price, how about we instead talk to your manager and see if and see if we're getting the true bargain.
Green Daniel.
You better speak to your manager.
Let me speak to your
Fucking
manager.
Shoot myself right
So,
now. So bad.
So the old man kind of goes, my manager, I don't think you understand. I am the manager. And behind him, the younger guy's kind of like chuckling to himself, you know. Like confused boomer energy intensifies more or less. Like, but I am the manager. This is my ox, you know.
All right. I need a fucking minute to think about it. I know I know the outcome I want. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to word it so I don't get fucking dicked. Alright, and alright, so I'm gonna. So you say that the old guy in front of him, he's like his mentor teaching him, trying to make sure he's like trying to basically get our run for the money.
Well, it's more like the fact that you notice that there is something odd. Like it doesn't seem like the old man is actually the owner of the ox or anything. It seems more like that. It's kind of like an old man showing the young blood how it's done in a way. Like picture at a gun show, right? And despite the table and the gun being owned by the son, the granddad's like, "Let me show you how it's done, kiddo," and they kind of putting his dick in. You know, kind of put his dick in it all and kind of, you know, get in the way.
In a very nice way, Daniel's gonna be like, "No, sir. I think you're not understanding our situation, and I can't think of the words to accurately describe, but basically Daniel wants to say, listen, you're bullshitting us here. We don't want to do business with you. Give us some. Let us talk to someone else." I think that's what I'm trying to go for. I just can't think of the RP words to describe it.
I can't think of the fancy role-playing words. Okay, give me a second.
Yeah.
You got this.
So as you kind of say that, the old man looks like affronted. Like he goes like, "You'd think I wouldn't give you a fair? This is a very fair deal on this animal." And like as he kind of points towards it, the animal kind of like raises its tail and shits like wetly onto the ground. And I mean, look how fine this animal is. And you see the young guy kind of like lean to the right as it splatters, kind of because it's a very wet lot and it's like, you know, splattering and all that. And this younger guy is kind of like still kind of chuckling, but he's kind of watching out of pure malicious interest. Then like he could jump in, but he's like, "I want to watch it for a little while longer and see just how deep these two can dig their own holes." And the old man goes, "You know what? Actually, I think I am undercutting you. I think it's actually worth 16 gold."
Do you think? Don't seem like you think a lot.
Ooh, them fine words.
Roll intimidation plus moxie.
I mean, does he get advantage due to being a spider person?
No, just roll what it is.
Where's okay, it's just
so if you ain't got it, it'd be a skill check plus moxie. But you are intimidating.
Y'all, Spider-Man intimidating as fuck.
No.
Is there a way I can help him out with this, like
it's
help
just
intimidation?
a generic skill check. Okay.
Well, if Daniel Paris goes to help, I'll give you advantage.
Yeah.
You said not to?
Word.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
he said.
Yeah.
Nice.
advantage.
So roll again.
Roll again.
Advantage.
Pirate, I'm trying to get the fucking split ends out of here. Don't give me shit.
Jesus Christ, these fucking dice.
Oh
Wow.
my.
Ouch.
I mean, y'all suck. Just roll better.
Fuck you.
So as you say that, you see the old man go kind of speechless while the kid behind him goes, like, you know, like the like he puts his hand from his mouth, tries to like hide the laughter, he kind of like bends towards the rail, and the guy's like, "Why, I've been doing this for over 30 years. Who do you think you are, questioning my judgment?" You know, he's getting like major like the boomer who got like the wrong coffee on accident because he ordered the wrong coffee on accident, you know, like, "This isn't what I ordered, how dare you?" You know, he's getting all gussied up, and like he's puffing his chest out / belly out,
Alright.
you know.
Alright, let me
I think we
Alright,
should just check the port. Surely someone has bound to ship oxen down here via the port, right? Like,
no.
there's 3 cities up there.
Well, import costs. It's gonna be more expensive to buy an import than it is to buy a homegrown one.
Don't look like no home to me. Looks like a field of
anyways.
shit.
Anyways, alright, so Daniel is had enough with his cow shit, and he's gonna stand there and almost like in a like puffed up chest in a way, and he's gonna half cock his revolver and be like, listen, he's give me a moment, I'm fucking
I'm gonna step
struggling.
2 feet back.
Oh,
Fucking
violence?
I'm fucking struggling right here. Just give me a moment. I need to quickly find something I sent guard.
I'm just watching him trim his beard.
Yeah.
I'm patiently waiting. I hate split ends, alright? Don't judge me.
Alright, so he's gonna be like, now listen here, cow shit for brains. You don't know who in the goddamn you're fucking talking to. My name is Jeswin Kenwin. My family has been raising and shitting cattle for eons. Now, if you don't give me a goddamn good price, you better give me a goddamn good reason why I shouldn't pull a fucking bullet in your head like the other Ramsaskal I had to kill just to make my way on here to prove that my father isn't fucking dead. Alright? So if you don't get your pot belly, smelling ass, crustacean looking motherfucking ass over there and give me a fair price, there will be fucking hell to pay.
Alright, give me bluff plus moxie.
Oh, hey, there's a cobweb on the ceiling.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Let's see. He has pretty good grit.
That's actually the first time you hear Daniel's real name.
So, the old man is frightened, but you know, it's in a very populated section, and everyone's kind of watching because you kind of raised your voice, and the loud almost click happen. So he's trying to like save face. So, brain power save. Let's see here.
Crustacean.
Nope. Okay, so he goes, "What? Who do you think you're talking to?" And like he like blusters up, and now you and him are chest to chest, and like he's got your hat. Like you guys are wearing almost similar type hats, and you guys are like brim to brim and kind of peeking up.
Yeah.
And as you two are kind of like spitting each other's faces as you all yelling and you're gesturing, he's gesturing. The other guy kind of leans to the left towards Cold Drama, and holds up like he goes, "Dan," and holds up like 10 fingers.
This guy's offering us 10. I think we should take that deal.
So, saying Daniel and the old man are currently like, and like yelling at each other, like, oh, like you know, like in baseball, like the umpire and the coach go like fucking face to face or yelling at each other, especially that. But like their hats are all tilted, all fucked up, and the old man's like poking Daniel's chest, and Daniel's like poking his fucking belly, you know. So the other guy goes, 10 gold, right? Just 10. Okay.
Oh, 2 of them.
So, so what, 2 of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So the guy kind of motions you over, and he holds out his hand over the 10 gold, and 20 gold, I guess, technically.
Yeah.
So
I give him 20 gold and 4 silver as a tip.
Gotcha. So he takes the gold, and he reaches down, puts it in his pocket, and pulls out 2 slips and hands them to you. And he points towards two other oxen who are tied up along the wall of this huge like stock market. And so as you kind of like spider step over, you hear behind you, "I've been doing this for 4 years. Who the hell do you think you are coming?" Going on behind you and all that. And like the more Daniel and the other guy like yelling, the more like the crowd like rings around like, "Hey, interesting morning," you know.
Fight!
So around the time that the old man calls you a pussy-footed greenback, what do you do, Daniel?
Ooh, the hat's coming off. He's gonna take his hat and toss it to Cold Drama and just be like, "You're speaking fine words right there, friend."
So as you toss your hat to where you last saw Cold Drama, it kind of lands on the ground. And you go, "Huh?" And you look towards it is Cold Drama standing there with like 2 oxen, like, "Hey." And the woman goes, "Yeah, well, wait, what happened?" He kind of takes his hat off, like, "Wait, hold on, what?" And he sees the younger man kind of like sitting by Cold Drama, going, "Yeah, I think you've had your turn, Grandpa. It's yeah, that'll do." You know, he's kind of like tossing the gold coins in his hand up and down, you know.
Well, Daniel's gonna look at him and be like, "Well, at least someone didn't have cow shit for brains, you fucking troglodyte," and he's gonna spit on his boot.
So as the old man goes to wind back to hit you, you hear a second voice go, "You do have cow shit for brains." You see this old elf woman reach out and grab the old dude by the ear, kind of like haul him backwards. This woman is she's about the same age, about 65, 68 years old, but she has range gear on. So she's not like a housewife. She's a range wife, where they wear almost the same kind of clothing, you know, like trousers tucked in boots, a leather vest, all that shit. The same kind of hat too. So as he goes to rear his hand back to slug you, you see this hand reach out and grab him by the ear and just wrench him backwards. He's like, "Oh God, get off me, woman!" And kind of like pull him back. "Come on, you!" And kind of like drags him back away from the area where you were. And you know, he kind of like pulls his hat off, and he kind of pulls his hat off and tries to smack her away, but she's got a good hold on his ear. And the younger elf kind of watches Grandma and Grandpa walk away, and he goes, "Yeah, my apologies. He got a little bored and wanted to show me how it was done, but that was highly entertaining."
Daniel is going to walk over, pick up his hat, and kind of like slick his brim and just be like, "Well, I've always known to be quite an entertaining folk now." And he's just gonna show a smile like, "Yeah, I wasn't actually gonna fight him. I was just fucking with him because he's a fucking boomer."
He goes, "Right. Well, anyway, those two will haul your wagon along, I reckon. I assume you all have harness, right?"
Let's just go with no, just to be safe.
He kind of scratches his chin and he goes, it's no big worry. I got rope harnesses you guys can have. How about for this 2 gold, just for the cost of the rope?" He kind of points towards this huge rack. And on the rack are quite beautiful hand-woven horse harnesses. Like not just for the face, like a halter, but a whole harness made of rope and twine. But they kind of go from like super fancy down to like basic rope. And he goes, "You guys can, yeah, just give me 2 gold and grab 2 of those rope harnesses, and y'all just, you know, head on off. That shouldn't be an issue."
Daniel's gonna slip him the 2 gold.
So he kind of holds the 2 gold. He goes, "Pleasure doing business with you." He kind of flicks them up in the air. He flicks both coins at once and kind of aims his pocket, and both coins kind of drop, ding ding, right into the same pocket.
Fancy.
I came here for high noon fights, that elderly abuse. Okay, so it takes y'all a while, but these oxen are, you know, well handled and well mannered. So it takes y'all a while to get to the Humvee, but you do eventually get there on foot. And as you rock up, you see like a bleary, baggy arse kind of sitting on the Humvee, like, because he hasn't slept at all. You see Thusla, who looks far more clean than he should. Like, something about him, he seems very clean for some reason. Like, inside and out, soul and body, as well as everyone else. So, you're all now back together. And be sure you do subtract the gold count from your things. I will do an audit eventually, which, if you guys are wrong and you guys are cheating, I will know.
Don't worry, I ledger my own shit.
Will you, though?
I will.
Yeah.
X'd it out.
So ours is just watching y'all walk up with a just kind of a dead look in his eye.
Vietnam trench guard, 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's just
Zippy
he's not gonna
beans.
say anything. He's just gonna watch
Zippy
until y'all
beans.
get up there.
Okay, so y'all take it from here.
Daniel is just gonna look at ours, look at the oxen, and be like, "Now, fancy tech is cool and all that came from the Vale, but the old ways are just fine."
I'm sure. I'm gonna hook them up so we can go.
All right.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, me and Coldrometer, we're gonna hook them up.
Okay. Knowing you guys are just like base skill levels, it's more or less a fucking no roll. You guys just you get her done. So the oxen are both hooked up to the front drag
Backgrounds and
rings.
stuff.
So on a Humvee, there's gonna be these front hard points. You actually get literally some road and rope through, and the oxen are quite well mannered. They do kind of cover the front of the Humvee with shit once because, you know, it's a bovine. I think it comes rocking out of there. But
I want to see fucking Arch just flip on the wiper blades.
Yeah.
Screet, 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 screet.
Never fast enough.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know, it is quite easy going. So
Yeah.
with the other horse hooked up to where it should be, and then these two oxen pulling the Humvee, you guys break into Northern Trace, into like the late afternoon, early evening. So the sun's coming up when y'all left, the sun's coming down when y'all arrive. It's not a very slow pace with oxen. It's more of like a we'll get there when we get there kind of pace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, but you guys have arrived, you know, as a party finally to the Northern Trace.
Nice.
Hell yeah. About time.
Did y'all happen to see
Let's
any
get to the
creepy girls
mercenary.
on your way back here?
Daniel's just
No,
like, no, but we did find an old guy. We did find an old blind guy on the way there, and he's down the party if you guys are.
Yeah. One of the inns has twinks if that's what you're into.
No.
Whoa.
I think either way, we should get rid of the dead bodies in our cart.
Oh yes.
How get rid of them? How? I mean,
The
I
mercenary
don't have the food
guild.
truck.
Yeah, mercenary
Oh,
guild
yeah,
with the
mercenary guild.
ears
Yeah,
and
that's-
shit.
That's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys kind of like ask around as you kind of walk through the Humvee gets a lot of attention because it's people have heard about them like in story form but never seen one, and it's quite the spectacle that, you know, people will come out and see it and kind of look at it and kind of like talk about themselves and about what it is and what it does. But as you guys kind of ask around for a mercenary guild, there is not one here.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Is there anyone we can hand over the ears to, or do we just send them down to the morgue?
So the only official office here in Northern Trace, besides like, because it is a big trading hub, which is highly militarized. Because as you guys can see on the map, this thing is only a stone's throw from Orc territory, but it is one, but it was also one of the closest ports to Aborst and Kindred. So it's a very heavily fortified kind of wharf dock city. But the only the highest office here is the name of the governor. The trade guild and the Seamastering Guild all run this, you know, kind of fortified city.
Let's see. So yeah, Daniel's just gonna be like, just talk to the folk and be like, hey, we kind of got attacked by orcs on the way here. We have some of their ears. Is there anyone we can talk to about turning them in, or a place that we can dispose of them if not?
So the only clear answer you get is that there's one kind of a sailorish folk kind of man. He's like, well, there's the the merchant guild. They kind of run this place, and they're actually kind of paying for most of the security. So I would say probably go talk to them. Might be able to help you. It's the giant building by the dock. You really can't miss it.
Oh, fair enough. Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. Do you guys wanna? How do you guys want to transport them? Do you just want to like wet butt them and cover them up and drag them out, or just kind of like slice off the ears, throw them in a bag, and just kind of like take it over there?
We've already sliced off the ears of the orcs. We have dead body of 2 nobles.
Yeah.
That is what I forgot about. That is what I forgot about.
So we can't really deliver those bodies here.
We didn't bring any orc bodies back. We even shot that one getting released or whatever.
We didn't shoot that orc.
I forgot about that. So I guess we just look for the cemetery or a morgue or whatever.
No, we still need to turn those bodies in.
Can someone... My character would be not knowledgeable enough to do this, but above board, someone should really search the body for maybe signet rings or something that actually
I thought the bodies were picked clean. We did that, like, immediately.
No, we chucked the bodies in. Like, we looked at the bodies. We didn't, like... We saw that they were nobles, and then we chucked them, like, my character put them in the back of the cart because it was just like, well, we're going to need to bring this because there's not really a way to get this big cart going because it's all broken, and then we started getting shot at and we left.
Yeah. So we didn't actually check
really
them
search the bodies. We just know they were wearing, like, some fancy clothes.
I'm going to go to the market.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go to the Merchants Guild.
Hey, people, Merchants Guild here. Okay, so are all you going or just ours?
I'll tag along because that sounds like
my
a good place to buy things.
I don't have anywhere to go.
You're just gonna look for that blind guy.
Before leaving, ours is gonna turn to Declan and ask, could you stay with the vehicle caught, please?
That's fine.
Thank you.
I guess Daniel will be with Declan just to make sure he has a battle boot.
I am going to sit on top of the vehicle, though.
Yeah.
Declan, what's your problem exactly?
I was about to put another screenshot. So when I hit that pencil icon to edit it, I get this.
Wow.
Scroll up or down.
Yeah.
I've tried that.
Here,
have you tried highlighting it?
Give me 1 second.
Yep, tried that too.
Declan.
Scrolling down for me works.
Scroll. Yeah, so I just scrolled and it popped up for me.
See, I'm scrolling right now and it's not doing anything.
Here, hold on. Let me do this real quick. Save it. Okay, so tap F5 and try again.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
You must log in order to access the game.
Try now.
I'm gonna have to reload completely because now it's like, oh, you're logged out. No.
I mean, that's fine.
Forge logs you out every once in a while. It happens.
Yeah, that's fine. It's
so
a lot faster to load up.
So your thing works for me, no problem. So
I don't know why it's doing that, but okay.
Like if it's blank, it's got to scroll a lot, and it'll kind of like pop, kind of like go. Oh yeah, gotta show shit, right? Okay. So can you guys type in the chat who's going where, doing what? We were followed by Classy Cthulhu.
Or no, Merchant Guild. I'm going to the Merc Guild anyway. I'm just going to start walking.
Merc Guild, Merchant Guild. Daniel stays with Declan. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What does Dale Gork do?
Huh? 1, 2.
Yeah, I had to write twice because I accidentally put Merc Guild, not Merchant.
Duzla.
We know what you mean.
I guess
Okay.
I guess the first 4 letters are the exact same.
Unconscious nom flashbacks.
Okay.
They flooded me out. I never felt so clean in my life. The things that came out of me, you have no idea. Anyway, so let's see here. Close that. So those of you who head to the Big Merchants Guild, so along the docks, this is a very busy dockyard with lots of stuff going in and out, and lots of ships sitting there, and they're all like, they look like seafaring boats, but it's all part of a giant lake. But the lake's so big and deep that it requires like ocean boats almost. But as you guys kind of walk down the street towards this big dock area, the Merchants Guild HQ is fucking huge. Like it's basically, it looks like a governor's manor, but it's not colored as such. It's not bright white. It's more like a standard like wood construction with a few embellishments here and there, but it's mostly a giant warehouse. You can see that all along this huge manor type building are like all these warehouse entry points. Basically, it's like a giant fancy blue blood warehouse where goods where goods are going back and forth. Lots of people standing around, and thanks to Kaldramina, the crowd parts quite readily when you all kind of walk up, and people are kind of like, oh yeah, what the fuck? They don't expect one of you to be here. But you guys make your way inside the building quite easily, and you guys are kind of standing there, and everyone's kind of giving you a cold shoulder. The Merchants Guild is a very close-knit community where it's mostly about merchants and merchants only, and you guys have mega merc energy coming off, so they're like, what the fuck are they doing here? So they kind of give you the cold shoulder, and after about 10 minutes of waiting, a middle-aged Valley Elf guild rep. He's dressed in kind of like a, you would think he'd be a shopkeeper, but it's very upscale in a way. It's a very dressy shopkeeper Vogue type clothing, and he's got these small glasses that kind of only sit on his nose. And he's got like, the standard long Valley Elf ears, but the left ear, I guess it'd be that ear over here. The left ear has a small silver cap on the end of the ear. And you see that on this cap is denoted as like a kind of rank. You can see that there's some inscriptions on there, and then a number, and then a small symbol that denotes his rank within the guild. And he kind of walks to me and kind of goes, hello, I'm Cameron. Is there something we could help you guys with?
Artis blinks at him for a moment before actually remembering what he's actually doing here and say, oh, yes, sorry, I'm somewhat drowsy. I'm wondering if you sell anything that's close to gasoline, the black oil that the humans utilize. Is there a trade there here possibly?
Oh, you're speaking of fuel spirits. We do have a few things here for that, but they're not really for sale. They're already under contract. They're already going to their buyer. We don't really sell things here.
Yes. Well, is there a place in this city that does sell them?
You may have some luck going to the docks and trying to find someone who's peddling such wares, but that'd be your closest bet. But you could have found that out on the market. Why did you come here? I mean, you're obviously from, a mercenary guild. You don't really have the look of a tradesman about you, so we're not really sure why you came in here.
Well, I have experience in the merchant lifestyle, so I was always taught that it's better to go to the source and figure out where the trade goes rather than ask around. It takes too much time.
Well, to be frank, I mean, we can't really speak on who and what is buying these fuel spirits, but I mean, they're all heading south, if that helps you any, which it probably doesn't. Going a long way towards Aborst and down through the refuge, the kindred, and then kind of spattering out from there. But that's all I really know personally.
Oh, okay. But I do have another question. Do you deal with Southern Elf merchant families in any way?
Well, I do. Yes. I'm a guild rep. I speak to many merchant families, kind of all the time, really. Why do you ask? You don't look Southern Elf to me. Or you say you don't look Valley Elf to me. Jesus.
Well, I'm just wondering about the. Are you familiar with the Varen family?
Yes, they are very consistent customers here in Northern Trace, usually buying antiquities and that kind of thing. Why?
Are they
were.
common presence here? Is what I'm really asking.
I would say so, yes. They are. They stay here on holiday and stay here when they have a shipment coming. They usually have rooms in one of their second homes in the more, shall we say, illustrious part of the Northern Trace, part of the old Citadel, and they travel back and forth between here and Aborst and the Bluff and, all such times.
Okay, that's pretty much all I needed to know. Thank you.
Can I ask why?
I was wondering, my family has some connections with them. I was wondering if they would help, but thinking about it, it's very unlikely that they would ever help anyone, especially a mercenary like me. So, sorry for bothering you.
Well, I mean, it's not a problem, but have you by any chance seen them recently? Because, I mean, they came and left in quite a hurry, and usually they send, harpy posts to say, what they need next. We haven't heard from them in almost a week and a half. And
did they say why?
Not really, no. They had a shipment in from a black clipper that came in, and, it's a very fast ship, but they only unloaded one thing off the boat, and then they loaded up in us. Well, that's not true. There's also like some kind of carriage that was also rolled off the ship, and then they did they went in one of the warehouses and did something, and they left on that same carriage. But it didn't really seem like the usual style. You usually they're all about old-fashioned, classical styles. This was very new and odd looking. It didn't really seem like their usual kind of thing.
So this carriage, was it very extravagant? More hold on. Ours will actually pull out a piece of paper and try and hold up a finger and try to sketch out the insignia that he remembers being on the carriage that they found.
Give me a. Let's give me a roll with cunning.
Mm.
Mm.
Do you have any points in bluff?
No. He does not.
Oh damn! I was going to say use image shift.
Use image shift.
Yeah, you make any illusion look like whatever.
Okay, so you're able to kind of sketch out what the carriage more or less looked like, and a few of the emblems, and he goes, "Yeah, that's the boat. They pulled it off the ship, and they hopped in and left. Like usually they hang around for a while. They usually want to talk about what they have and kind of gloat about it. The usual, big blue money type things." But they left quite quickly. And even then, usually when they reach Aberst or one of the other cities, they always send mail, and someone comes by and checks out certain things. Because they have open orders here for stuff for their workers in their home they keep here to, like new linens and that kind of stuff, and quartermastery and all that kind of things, but no one's come by in a few weeks, which is really is quite odd. It's almost as if they just disappeared or something.
Well, that is odd and highly out of character for them. Well, I do have some information regarding the carriage. However, I'm not sure it's appropriate to speak of it.
Well, I mean, they are guild members, so if you have any information on the carriage or what happened to them, I mean, it would be appreciated, you know, if they need assistance or a loan or something of the manner.
Well, the family that was using this carriage, I believe the mother and the child were murdered in transit.
So like a long pause when you say that, and he kind of blinks, and he goes, "By chance, would you know what they look like, or can you maybe do those fine sketches of them, or?"
We have corpses.
So as you say that, you see his face kind of drain of color, you know, and he goes, "Corpses, like
yes,
bodies."
We were assigned to find and discover any sign of whether or not they were alive, and unfortunately, they weren't.
Well,
we found them.
Yes, we would be going to a mercenary guild to turn in their bodies, but there's no mercenary guild here, so.
Well, was Mr. Sortower not there? I mean, he left with them.
I believe Mr. Sortower was the one that sent out the bounty.
That doesn't make any sense because he left with his family.
I'm honestly not sure. As far as I could tell, they were heading back to Northern Trace, but beyond that, I'm not sure why.
Well, no, they were leaving Northern Trace.
I can't tell you what's going on, honestly. I'm, like you said, I'm just a simple mercenary, despite my background.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, Mr. Sortower left with his family. If they're dead, he'll be dead with them, right?
But he was the one that sent out the bounty, I believe.
But that's impossible. No one's heard from Mr. Sortower in weeks, not since he left.
Then at that, ours is gonna turn back to Koljaman and us. Do you have the bounty paper?
I don't keep those things. I keep the food.
Dalruth, did you carry it with you?
I wasn't even there when we got it.
Look, I'm
Daniel
not sure.
has it.
I'm not sure what's going on, but
Daniel has it.
Too bad you're not here.
Too bad he's not here. But yeah, it's just like, then this is definitely an old situation.
Well, how about, because it seemed kind of, you get a slight sweat on his temple. It's like, how about you first show me the bodies, and then perhaps, I mean, you being mercenaries, you have a copy of your missive, correct? You have for your ledger keeping.
Yes, I'm sure someone in our group might have it. It's just, this is not what we expected from all of this, to be honest. This is far more.
Come back to us with the cart. I mean, the bodies and the ledger should both be there.
Yes.
He kind of like smooths down his coat. He goes, "Very well. Give me one moment." And he seemed kind of like actually kind of run away towards this lower clerk area. And as you all kind of watch him, you see the clerks go, "Hey," you kind of look towards him and seem to ask him questions. He kind of waves them off like, "No." And he kind of like runs around and grabs a sling sack and shoves some ledgers inside there, and then runs back over towards it. He goes, "Okay, let's go now, preferably."
Yes, follow along, please.
Okay, so those of you who stayed behind, you guys see those who left and this weird silver-eared valley elf kind of walking towards you.
Daniel is gonna pop out of the truck, stand the hood, and just wave forward, be like, "Hi, friends."
Daniel, do you have the missive for the bounty?
Yes, I was there when we took it.
Could you perhaps show it to this gentleman?
Sure, and he pulls out his back pocket, folds out the paper. He's like, about that, it's pretty stained and pretty worn, but you should read
fine,
it.
as long
Yeah.
as it's legible.
Yeah, Daniel hands it over, and you see that there's like dried blood and fucking mud on it, but you can still read it.
You know, like the dookie finger people use, like the finger form finger kind of like takes it and like he's like, it kind of takes it out of your hand and kind of like gives it a wiggle to try and like loosen it up, and he's kind of holding it as if it's made of like uranium, kind of holding it like that. He kind of holds it out. You see him squinting at it, and he goes, "Ah, there it is." And he kind of lays the paper on the hood of the Humvee and pulls out a ledger. He's like flipping through it. You see that these are all like all order ledgers. He comes to a stop on a ledger for ordering like soaps and perfumes and like, you know, all these nice things that a rich house would have. And he kind of pats his finger down the list and comes to the bottom where there's a signature. Okay, let's see here. Don't fail me now, boy. Nice. Okay. So he's staring at the ledger in his hand and one the Humvee. He's looking at it and he goes, "No, that can't be right." And he goes, "Where are the bodies?"
They're in our carriage back
I don't know
here.
what I did. Hold up.
You pinged.
Yeah. Ours will direct them to the corpses.
Okay. So are the corpses like covered up under like a tarp or something? Like are they just out there like in the sun basking in the glory?
They're underneath a wool blanket.
Yeah. Okay.
Underneath a wool blanket.
Yes.
Okay, so as you kind of gesture towards, and they're in the back of the regular wagon, aren't they? The wood wagon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as you kind of like show them up and kind of show them like this is right here, he kind of like lifts up one of the blankets and his face blanches, and you see that he's not used to death in any kind, and the sight of like the sunken-eyed, desiccated skull of the mother, you see him kind of like trying to hold in the bile that's kind of rising up in his throat, and he kind of goes and kind of like sets the blanket back down and kind of moves towards the other. And it's the little girl, right? And he kind of like lifts that up, and he gets he sees like a profile of the child, and it kind of drops the blanket back down. You see, as it's saying, "That's enough for me," you know.
Yes.
And he goes, "Yeah, that's definitely them. But he should have been there." And he kind of pulls up that ledger one more time and kind of walks around to the front to where that paper is. You can check it one more time, you motherfucker. Don't you do this. You cunt. So he's looking
Such is vitriol. Wow.
So he's looking at it and he goes, "This isn't quite right." And he kind of waves you all around and he kind of points where these two signatures are, and he goes, "These don't look the same. Like there's something about these that's wrong, but I can't quite put a finger on it."
Can I weigh in with my intelligence?
Sure.
Okay.
Just mine sucks.
Skill check. Let me click it. Thank you. Mine apparently sucks as well. It's just
We get stuck together, Bogold.
The smartest people. It's just like, yeah, yes, I see what you mean, but I'm not able to.
Okay. Okay.
Don't nobles usually get other people to do their work, sign their papers?
Paper trails and shit.
No. They usually have to sign their own work because that's their signature. It's like if that's not on there, their legitimacy is shot.
So I'm gonna peruse through your party real quick and see who would have you in, some kind of ability to go through here.
I can't even read. I'm off the table.
I can't even read.
Is it a cookbook?
I'm all brass, no brains.
Okay.
Honestly, I think I would probably be the only one to have it.
Let's see.
Maybe
you.
Maybe Daniel.
Not Degoric. Maybe Daniel, actually, yes. Okay. Dalruth, you can barely read. You have 1 brain power.
Yeah. No,
But-
I'm slum kid. I never learned how
Yeah,
to read. It's not
perception.
barely.
Okay, why don't all of you give me perception checks with brain power? All of you.
Okay.
Including
That's
me?
like
Is
Yes.
Dalgoric in this team?
Yeah, sure. All of you roll it.
Perception?
I just got my inventory figured out, so yeah. The fuck is
I can at
perception
least
again?
tell if something's
Just click skill check.
I found
and
it.
then- Yeah.
Woo! I'm blind as hell.
Okay, so
smart.
Ars and Kildramina, as you kind of start leaning into it, you guys see that there is something a bit off about the signatures. The one that Tamron had is much more crisp and flowy and more natural looking, while the one on the merc paper, or the missive there, it does seem a bit more tight, and some of the loops don't seem as confident. I'll say that much.
Is this perhaps a forgery? What?
Maybe he was in a hurry.
Daniel's gonna pipe
Wait,
up and be
wait.
Daniel's gonna pipe up and be like, maybe they were body doubles.
I'm
What?
not sure. What?
No, it's supposed
I was gonna stop and look at Daniel for a second. What?
I mean, I've read a book or two, so maybe like
You can read?
Mm-hmm.
I may not have cow shit for brains, but I do know a thing or two about a good book. Anyways,
I do like pop-up books.
I like those picture books,
Those are hard.
but not many words. Anyways,
Those are hard.
I thought nobles used a stamp or some shit, not some fancy
no,
signature.
Daniel's gonna be like, well, in certain books, especially the ones about the kings of yore, typically they would have body doubles just in case if an assassination plot happens, they get the double and not really the actual person. So maybe they were framed while they skedaddled everywhere.
I mean, but that doesn't solve the question of why this signature is so off. This man was apparently a very accomplished merchant, so he wouldn't leave it like this. It doesn't make sense, especially when it comes to retrieving the bodies of his wife and child.
Daniel shrugs and be like, maybe they signed it, and he points at the body doubles.
The
I think
fucking
you're
dead
gonna need a
bodies.
body double.
Yeah, but ours will turn to the guy and say, this is just going off my past experience, but I suspect some sort of foul play here.
Where exactly did you get this missive? Where'd you take the job? Where did you take this from?
We got it in Alston Kill, I believe. Yeah. Yes, Alston Kill.
This job came from Alston Kiel, all the way south.
Yes.
If he had gone to Alston Kiel, we would have heard about it eventually. You had to pass through at least, Alltrace or Kindred. He would have had to pass through there. I mean, Gil the Felix would have seen him. I mean...
No, hold on. You said earlier that the Varent family delivered this, correct?
They live in a home here in Northern Trace, yes. I mean, they own a home here.
But they're the ones that delivered the carriage, though, correct?
Well, no. A ship brought the carriage in, and there wasn't really any real record of anything. It's more like they did it completely by themselves, not through guild. The thing simply arrived, and then they left.
What?
Make a perception check. I got a fucky feeling about this.
Declan! Declan, check!
Just straight perception?
No, scan about. I maybe someone's watching us, and maybe he's gonna try and kill us and cover up the evidence.
Well, while that's going on, ours is going to. He's going to
cunning with your cunning, Declan.
Yeah, with your cunning.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah,
That's what I was trying to
gonna
ask.
Look down, and then he's going to look up at the guy and say, well, "Do you know if they possibly dealt in weaponry of any sorts?"
Not really. They've mostly dealt in antiquities. Fey artifacts, thing of old kingdoms, rings, mostly goods and jewelry, not really weaponry. This is like a collectible, like a sword of old or an old, maybe a special spear of the Fey Wars, but no real like weapons in general.
I have to ask you a favor, sir. Is it possible that you can bring this carriage and our vehicle to the merchant guild so we can discuss something of a more private matter?
Not with those bodies, no. You have to have them stored out in usual holding back behind the Merchants Guild. You couldn't bring them in. And I will say, as you see, so Declan, as you see, like, Arse and this other Valley Elf kind of leaned and talking to each other. You do look around, and you're used to how people move through things. Used to how they behave. And there are a lot of people kind of standing around looking at the Humvee and kind of talking excitedly, but you do see a few. You can't really tell what they are. You're one shy, unfortunately, but you can tell that some of these people out here, they're moving incorrectly, and you count about 5 of them. But you can't quite get a lock on them. Like you see them, and you kind of try to focus, and then they're gone, back in the crowd.
Being the paranoid person that I am, and also the sneaky person I am, I would have noticed that. Who all's near the Humvee again?
I think
we're
everyone.
all near the Humvee.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I'm just kind of motioning to the others, whoever notices me, that is.
I am staring at these pieces of paper, wondering what the fuck I'm supposed to be looking at.
What are you?
Just if anybody happens to notice me, like, kind of making a motion, like, hey, come here.
Yeah.
No. Ours is currently deep in conversation with this other guy. You'll actually,
Fucking Daniel's gonna see him since he's right next to the Humvee or whatever, and be just kind of go in near the hatch by his feet and just kind of whisper over and be like, "What's wrong, Phil?"
Looking around, we're definitely being watched. There's some sneaky little bastards out there in that crowd.
Maybe they know about the Gad. Maybe we should haul this elsewhere or hide it for the most part, because we stole something that people want.
How would they?
Don't stay steal, stay liberate.
Tactically acquired.
Technically acquired.
Stairs in
Yes.
British Museum say liberate.
Oh, jeez. I don't know, but they're definitely extremely sneaky. I couldn't keep a beat on any of them. What do we want to do?
Well, maybe we can hide this shit out in the barn until it all blows over. Maybe we can rent one out. And
Possibly.
he's like, which carriage has the gun? This one or the other one?
Fairly certain it's a Humvee. I was asking in chat before, but no one.
It is the Humvee. It's still in the Humvee.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
thank
Daniel's gonna take the initiative if he knows his friend, his paranoid schizo, is having a bad feeling. He's going to take the carriage outside near one of the more of the farm areas and see if he can rent out a barn.
Okay, but it's in the Humvee.
Yeah, that's what
we got
I was about to ask.
Okay. Yeah.
So you guys want to take the regular wood wagon somewhere else?
No, we're taking the Humvee outside to a barn and see if we can rent one out from the local farmers.
Do you actively start moving the Humvee?
After I talk with Declan, Daniel's just gonna trot over to the oxen and heal them, wrap them around to where they came. So yeah.
As soon as Ars notices that, he'll say, "Wait, what are you doing?"
Daniel is gonna have a nice big old grin on his face. He's like, "What are you talking about? Oxen need to be fed and they need to have shelter." And while he's doing it, he's blinking a few times, like very rapidly. And he's gonna be like, "We gotta take care of our oxen."
So as you say that, the elf goes, "Well, we can take care of them down at the guild headquarters. I mean,
yes,
you guys are currently carrying the bodies of two very, they're not really part, but they're part of a high echelon member of the trades guild, and they have clearly been murdered. We wouldn't mind at all putting you in the secure storage here at the headquarters."
Yes, that's probably for the best.
And Daniel's go like, "Yeah, and besides, we have one of them new fancy steel carriages. We don't want no one getting their sticky fingers all over it and ruin that nice paint scheme now, don't we?"
Yes,
nice,
this paint scheme is shit.
That nice Kark paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ars is gonna tilt his head at you for a bit because he's still really not picking up what you're putting down. But then he's gonna turn back to the guy and say, "Well, yes, well, perhaps we should hurry this along. This requires this is very sensitive information that we may need to discuss."
So he goes, "Well, of course, yes, please," and he kind of like gestures towards like the rear part of the guild quarters. He goes, "Here," he kind of pulls in a pocket and pulls out this little silver coin that is rimmed in copper. It has like basically his guild badge number on it and his name. He goes, just show them this, and they'll let you right through and tell them to put you in Bay 8.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So do you guys do that, or what do y'all do?
We're gonna quickly go do that.
Yes.
Okay, so we're diverting the Humvee to Bay 8. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Yeah, in the Merchants Guild area.
However, before we leave, I think I'll stop and say, we can't leave that weapon inside here.
Daniel's gonna look at him and be like, "Oh yes, I mean, don't you want your dear auntie's valuables in a nice, cozy inn somewhere? I mean, we can't just leave your auntie's valuables."
Daniel, what are you talking about?
He's going to blink very rapidly with a smile.
But you're also still alerting everybody around us that there's valuables in it.
So we'll say, like, as you guys start to kind of like get ready to move.
I don't say valuables, I say delicates.
So
let's go with that.
Declan, you see, like, you're watching pretty intently, and you see these forms. You mean they're people, but they're blending in really way too well to be like not doing it on purpose. And you see them kind of disperse, and you see even one. You see one point to another one, and then point towards. You can't quite tell, but it seems like a vaguish, like, dock area kind of point. And then these shapes kind of like start dispersing and fanning out, like, away from you, back into the city.
Okay, at this point, so I'm still sitting. Remind me, does this Humvee have a crow's nest or just a straight opening?
It's not a crow's nest. It's more or less a shielded gunner position.
So partially shielded. Okay.
Yeah, a front shielded.
Okay, got it. Either way, I'm still sitting up there, and I'm kind of looking at Ars, and I'm kind of motioning like, "Get over here."
Yeah, I guess he follow. I guess he jumps into the Humvee to actually see what you're on about.
Daniel, so you would be, which side are you jumping in on?
The driver's side.
Daniel's gonna jump in the shotgun side and close the door
Wait.
and dart and see if the windows are open.
Who's leading the?
We're not moving yet. Daniel's gonna quickly tell
Oh,
Ars
okay.
what's actually happening. Then he's gonna start moving it.
Okay, fair. Go ahead.
So he's gonna make sure all the windows are closed and stuff
There's a
like
broken
that.
window.
Shit, and Daniel's gonna lean over
Shit.
and mutter very silently. It's like, Declan is spotting phantoms in the crowd. We have to be very careful with your auntie's Dale kids, if you catch my meaning. So I'm thinking we pull switcheroo on them, stick your auntie's Dale kids in with the other cabin, other wagon, and stick the what? Basically, we're swapping them, so they think the gun's in here, but it's actually in there.
And also, real quick, by the way, Deogoric, I did see. But anyways, I'm gonna lean down and be like, by the way, they've kind of dispersed and disappeared in the city. They pointed off at some kind of dock.
This is way too much
Something's
for
not
me.
right.
And I'm assuming that they may be after the same thing that sniper person was after.
Mm-hmm. That's why we gotta be careful with your quote-unquote auntie's Dale kids and hide them somewhere that they won't know, because whatever that guy, the merchant guy you were talking to, openly told them where we're going to be putting the bodies of the noblemen, but they don't know where we're going to keep the other wagons. So why not switch the wagons?
I would assume that.
Oh, go ahead.
Declan, you said that they were. Were you able to get any kind of sights on them, descriptions?
That's what I was about to say, is that they are extremely stealthy.
So,
they're good.
So it's highly likely that even if we try to do a switcheroo, as you said, that
they might spot it.
Yes. Honestly,
they could watch us do the whole thing and we might not even know.
Honestly, I'm just more interested in getting rid of the gun at this point. Just dropping it off with the Merchants Guild and wiping our hands clean of it. This isn't something we need to bother ourselves with.
I mean, at least that way we could avoid some fighting and hopefully get some money.
Yeah. Well, hold up. Daniel's gonna be like, so we're dropping off. So instead of driving it down, we have a contact up here that we're handing off to, or we're just gonna leave it and see if they take it or not.
We're just going to leave it with the Merchants Guild. At this point, I don't care about the money. I'd rather be alive.
And I, at least, hold on. You say you care more about being alive. I have a problem with this.
I do have a problem with that.
Well, fuck you too, Declan.
No, let me explain. If we simply drop it off with the Merchants Guild, what's to say they don't steal it from them and use it against us later?
Well,
again, I'm a paranoid.
we're just no-name mercenaries. Why would they go out of their way to find us after we don't have the weapon anymore? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know, but it still scares me.
It's just let's
do what you will. I was just only putting that up for, food for thought.
Let's just say this: we drop the weapon off here. We forget about it, and then we continue on our way. Get some fuel, and then go someplace else. Because there are a lot of reasons why I don't want to be here right now.
Can we at least warn whatever merchant, if we find one?
Of course. There's just like...
Okay.
we shouldn't try to actively endanger these people.
Yes,
But
as long as we at least warn the merchant so that he is aware that somebody is after this weapon. That would make me feel a little bit better.
Yes, that's probably for the best.
But if they do, if we do see some sketchy shit happen at the night, even if it doesn't get stolen, we could always, again, switch the cards, take it somewhere else, and they go after the decoy.
Do we have something that we can wrap up that will look like a decoy?
Well, I mean, it's a long rectangular object.
We have bodies.
We could slip them the bodies and not the gun.
I mean, I think there's a bit of a weight difference between the two.
Well, if you put two bodies on top of each other, they might not be able to tell the difference.
And if we wrap it up well, underneath some blankets or whatever, they can't spot the difference.
But I would also rather not do that because I am not the type to bother corpses like that. That's blasphemous. So I've heard.
So as you guys are kind of talking to each other and kind of like secretly muttering and whispering, Tamarin kind of turns around and sees you guys have a move and he kind of like jogs back over and goes, I'm sorry, is there some kind of disagreement on what you guys want to do, or?
Oh no, we're on our way. We just had to.
Me and my brother, we're talking about our family and how well they're doing, and it's a bit of a private matter.
Ours pauses at that, looks at Declan with his brunette look at his, glances at his blonde hair, and it's just like.
So Tamarin kind of does like one blink, two blinks, three blinks, like what the fuck did he just? And he kind of looks from Ars to Daniel, and he's like, Is there something wrong? Like, it appears you're trying to speak in some kind of odd code. Is there something wrong, or are you guys afraid of something?
They didn't want to say it out loud, but they were talking about finding some women after we drop it off in Bay 8. Okay.
Ours' nose wrinkles up at that, and so,
they didn't want to say it out loud because they're a little bit embarrassed. Okay.
Sure. I am very excited to get my dick wet.
Okay, that's horrifying to hear out loud. So, so more or less, Tamarin kind of raises his eyebrows. Tamarin kind of raises his eyebrows and goes, I see. Well.
Beyond that, we do have something important to talk about, not related to this conversation. So let's just get a move on, please. Let's go.
Daniel's gonna hop out and start leading the oxen.
Okay, so you guys lead the oxen towards Bay 8 then?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull Tamarin in as we lead him into there. Like, ours is gonna like step out of the Humvee and say, you actually might want to come with us just to make sure we park accurately.
He goes, okay, I can do that. And he kind of like nods and kind of walks with you.
Yeah.
He goes, really, is something wrong?
Yeah, maybe some problems, but there are issues following us at the moment, and I'm not sure whether or not we should discuss them in public.
He goes, I see. Well, besides the obvious error in these odd signatures in the missing of a rather high-ranking noble in the Merchants Guild, what exactly are you worried about?
Well, we'll discuss it when we get to the bay.
He goes, oh, okay, that's fine. And so y'all kind of make your way back towards the rear, and you get kind of like wiggle your way through all the other carts and wagons going about, just kind of going about their usual business and working and getting stuff done. And you guys kind of pull into Bay, and Bay 8 is this huge, like offloading, onloading bay, and basically it's got like a kind of a raised portion that's literally to the height of your wagon. So it's kind of like a standard height that all wagons usually are, so you can easily load things back and forth. And you'll kind of like get your wagons in there and the Humvee, and there's a small place for horses and oxen to kind of be like, be taken care of, sleep, get water, that kind of stuff. And as they all get settled, Tamron goes, so what exactly is going on with this group?
Before Ars says anything, he's gonna look to Declan and ask him, can you check around and make sure everything is safe? And then he's gonna look to Darwood and say, also make sure there's no signs of magic around.
Well, I mean, you'll find magic here. This is a merchant's guild. This is protected by magic. So
well,
yeah. Do I feel much blood magic when I'm coming into?
Do I see anybody following us? I think is what we're getting at.
I mean, kind of.
Like, to whose question?
Like, well, I'm talking to Declan. Declan, give me another roll for me, would you?
Same one as last time?
Yeah.
Ayo.
So you are on high alert as you're watching, like, like the startled parrot face, where like you're looking around at everything and you're kind of trying to pay attention. It's literally that, and you do notice that these shapes, they're almost like shades. You're watching the throng kind of move around as people usually do, and then you catch one not moving quite right, and you like look towards it and you stare at it, and then it kind of slides back in. So you can tell someone or something is keeping an eye on you, at least an eye on your group.
Ars.
But no blood magic.
No, well, there's magic, but it's basically like the protection charms and shit of the actual like merchant's guild,
Ars, we are definitely being followed. We're definitely being watched. I still don't know what it is, but some group is following us.
He's gonna nod his head up and say, well, is there any way to guarantee privacy? Yeah. So.
Well, there is. Yes, we can go into a. I mean, there are business suites and other such things. We can go and talk it if you so wish. That is.
Yes. And is there a way to get something that needs to be transported to there? Like,
as in what?
As in moving something important out of the eyesight of others.
I don't like those rules. What the fuck are those rules?
I'm testing something, don't mind me. He goes, I mean...
Something.
We can likely do it, yes. I don't see why we couldn't. I don't understand all the hesitation and the this tone you're all giving off. It's a bit odd.
So just step in the Humvee step in the vehicle very, very quickly. It'll be easier just to explain here.
He goes, okay, and he kind of like steps in because he kind of like looks at the handle and he looks and he goes, how do I open this exactly?
Ours opens it for him. Just step in.
So he kind of like ambles in like awkwardly and kind of like sits down slowly, like, okay, this is a new experience, I suppose.
Yes, and I apologize for this whole runaround. It's very. Hold on. Ours will quickly bite his finger enough to it bleeds, and then summon his darkness around the Humvee.
Summon his darkness.
Yeah. So after he does that, he'll say, this is a very complicated situation, but the short of it is When we went to recover those bodies, we also found something more in there. There was some type of weapon. It's actually in the back of this vehicle. You can look at it if you wish. And we don't want any part of it. So, if you could take that off our hands or find somewhere that we could just get rid of it or just settle it so whoever's following us with hostile intent can get their weapon and leave us alone, that would be helpful.
Did you say there's a weapon in this vehicle?
Yes, the carriage that was being delivered had a weapon hidden in a secret compartment. It was filled with human technology. I wish I could show you it directly, but it was destroyed after we had to defend ourselves from a assailant sniper.
So like you're basically throwing word salad at a fucking book. He's like, what? He's like, he's trying to follow. He's like, what the fuck are you talking? No,
to make things short, there's a weapon that is very dangerous, very, very wanted, and that was in that carriage. That's the missus and the child in the back were in.
I hear glass shattering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, at this point, since there's darkness, I've dropped down out of the top. I'm now sitting in the Humvee, and yes.
So as you describe this thing, he goes, I don't know what you want us to do about it. We don't. I mean, this is not really something we really do. We don't deal with this kind of stuff. I mean, we're a merchants guild. I don't know what you want of me.
Well, the first thing I'm asking is, do you know who delivered this carriage?
No,
initially.
Like that's what I'm trying to say. He didn't make this through the guild. He did it on its own. This is a private venture. Usually, everything that comes in through the bay comes in through here, and we have a paper trail and everything. But this was his own private venture, and they left. They all left immediately after.
Okay. My second question: is there a way to? We're mostly trying to avoid dying for nothing right now. So, and we don't want you to be involved overly much, but we need some way to get rid of this thing without getting into danger ourselves. If that makes sense.
Well, if you think it's super dangerous, then why would we take it?
I don't know. I thought you would have some type of policy for this. I was a merchant. I was a failure of a merchant. I don't know what's going on.
We don't have like a dangerous weapon policy. To be, like, I don't know what you all expected to do with this.
Yeah.
You have a place we can hide it.
No, not here. Everything has to be logged and in ledger and saved. I mean, if this is so dangerous, we don't want this thing here.
Does it have to be logged?
Yes, it has to be logged. What the fuck? Okay, turning that one off.
What?
Quick question to the party. Did you guys all forget that, like, if I'm not mistaken, there should be another casino ran by the Blink
What
up
happened?
here?
Nothing. Don't worry about
Which is our connections to actual backroom dealing, where you would sell illegal weapons that you
Is there
found?
one here? Because I don't think he said that there was
I'm
one
pretty
here.
sure there was one in North Grace.
Did he say that, Guard?
I don't believe so. It doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, it's just we never got that confirmation.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's what makes this difficult. So,
Oh dear.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, ours will start rubbing his
What is going on?
I'm testing things.
Oh,
don't mind me.
Oh,
yeah, he's
okay.
just playing around with there's a
Particles.
thing where you can make animations on your dice and change their colors and stuff.
Yeah.
One of
Ours-
them was Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, apparently.
yeah, that was very surprising.
That was horrifying. What are you talking about? He went on her face like over money. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, so of course, I mean, we are more than happy to take the bodies for you and take care of those, but we're not taking any weapon here.
Then what do you suggest we do with this? Is there anyone that may take this off of our hands in Northern Trice? Do you know of them?
I mean,
That's cool.
I mean, I don't know. I handle like salt and fish and stuff. I don't handle
Is
weapons.
Is there anyone in the Merchant Guild who will know? Because at this point, all we want is to get rid of the weapon. We don't care how it gets rid.
Well, just go throw it in the street, like in the open. Like here's the gun, and then leave.
Here's the gun.
Where is Deogoric at this moment?
Where's
that is a good
Deogoric?
question.
I am assuming with the rest of you guys outside of the Humvee, kind of curious on what the fuck you guys are talking about, because I'm not standing on the side with the broken window because I feel bad about it.
If I don't look at it, it's not my fault.
But yes, it was just, you know what, we don't want to deal with this. We just really want to find a way to get out of this in one piece and not having.
Well, just treat it like
Whatever
bad
it is.
merchandise. Just throw it in the street, and eventually it won't be your problem.
Ars, I don't believe that he's going to help us with this situation, so maybe we could have Deogoric carry it somewhere.
Or you guys can go with Daniel's original idea.
What would that be?
Did you say that in first person?
Hey, I heard there's this really neat guy called Daniel. He's super smart and knowledgeable. We should totally follow that guy's plan.
So
You,
I
you fucking jackass.
I was gonna look up at Paris and say, "But do you actually want to keep this thing?" That's
I mean,
Where's
if
Tick and
we-
Mick?
Daniel goes, if we can, that's a plus. But like you said, you want to get rid of it. So if we just put it in a carriage, rent out a barn, leave it there, then it's out of the way of all the surrounding buildings and people in this bustling city.
But we still have to transport it to said carriage.
Yeah, just take the carriage we have in here, toss it in, and just drive it out and find a place to rent out.
How large is how large? When I say large, I mean width wise. How large is Bay 8?
Bay 8 is able to fit 3 Humvees side to side.
So
pretty
easily fit a second carriage, toss it in, and just send her out.
That's what I was looking for.
Oh, that's cool.
Regardless, I'm sorry for getting you involved in this. I'm very tired and very stressed for this. You must understand.
You're stressed. Now I know about it, and they're gonna think I know something.
Just
You're
forget
just
you
a-
ever knew anything.
That's
Well,
a terrible thing
That's
to say.
really hard
Declan.
because, like, first, I mean, the mother and child are dead, and there's still like 2 children missing, and then he's not there, and now you got this stupid weapon and this carriage, and you're like, oh, what should I do with this?
I do have something that may help with that, and he pulls out the drought that he got a while back. This should help you forget things if that helps.
Give him the moon juice.
Hey, bro, you want some of this moon juice?
Hey, can I get some suck?
Yes,
Alright.
a few drips of this, and you'll probably forget this whole conversation ever happened.
He goes,
This-
he goes, sorry, I don't do recreational amplification. I'm not in that kind of scene.
Forces
That's
down his throat.
fair
Forces
enough.
down his
I'm-
throat.
I'm not either. It's just, it was forced upon me. It was a very odd situation.
Look.
Anyway,
If you guys have no attachment to this thing you guys are hauling around, and people following you, just take the thing, put it in the street, and leave. It won't be your problem anymore.
you know what? Fine. Delgor, could you please get rid of the gun? I don't want.
I can't hear you.
Just,
Daniel is going to jump out of the Humvee, walk over to Dale Gorick, and be like, "Hey, we got a special job, just me and you, partner."
All right, let's go.
You
All
sure
right.
you don't want me going with you?
Well, I mean, yes, we do want you. Please.
Also, guard, I see you doing those. Does the test roll button not work?
It wasn't working, no.
Or you can do self roll.
That's not as fun. Anyway, so so who's all heading out? It's Daniel, Dagoric, and who else?
Declan.
Just because I want to keep an eye out.
Dan Deck. Yeah, that's what y'all's group name is. Dan Deck. So
Triple D.
Deck. So Dagoric, how are you gonna haul out this giant multi-barreled machine?
Well,
So
we're gonna do this thing that we failed several times last time, called making a brawn check, and hope we don't fail it, so that I can hoist over, hoist over my shoulder.
No. The idea is, so we have the 2 wagons in base. Right?
Swear to fucking God, if you suggest we hide the minigun in my asshole, I will kill you.
What the
No,
fuck, Dale?
we were going to bring the other wagon in, throw the weapon on there, and then stash that wagon somewhere.
I like that plan better. Let's do that.
Yeah, that was the original idea. What the fuck, man?
Listen, I don't know. When there's this weird fucking guy around that talks about donkey dicks, I feel very scared.
Daniel's gonna look at Dagoric and be like, what in the fuck has happened?
You just see, like, Dale Gorick will just stare off into the distance.
You weren't there. You wouldn't get
1,000-yard stare.
You wouldn't understand.
Daniel's just gonna grab an apple, and while he's staring, he's just gonna hold it up to his face like, you want a treat?
Now Gorik's like, his nose is gonna flare, but like not consciously, and he's not like, he doesn't even notice that it's been put in front of his face.
He's gonna hold it there, and maybe bring it a little bit closer just to spite you.
So while this is all happening, Ars is gonna turn back to the Tamaran and say, "So, is there any type of bounty or anything that we would get for returning these bodies?"
Well, usually yes, but you have to go to wherever you got the bounty from. But even then, I mean, if it is supposedly Mr. Surtower, I mean, you might not even go back and find him there. It may be someone else.
Well, that's a very hard. That's very difficult, seeing as how we aren't even sure if it's Mr. Surtower that's.
How you're in the what?
What?
This man almost said hot topic.
No, I said that's very difficult, seeing as how we're not sure that he posted the bounty in the first place.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like I don't know what you and your group stepped in, but as far as I'm aware, a man like Surtower will be known always. And he always, I mean, look, he pulls out his ledger and he rifles through thousands of ledgers, and each and every signature is the same. All of them. He's very consistent. It rolls out all these ledgers. I mean, look, they're not even the same. And he still dookie fingering the little reward ledger. He's like, look, none of these match this, and they're all the same.
Then there's high chance of foul play then.
Well, duh.
Okay.
I mean, I figured you would cut onto that already.
Sir, please, I have not slept since the day before yesterday. Please, do not test my patience right now.
You dragged me into this.
I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get this handled. I'm trying to pass off the bodies to someone that actually may care about it instead of people that don't care about it.
Does Dalgoric notice ours getting very flustered at this point?
You see both elves getting quite belligerent with each other, and like inside the humpy, like lots of finger pointing and like ledger sweeping. Yeah.
Dalgoric is gonna knock on the window while they're starting to get
getting fucking heated.
Yeah. He's just kind of gonna go, hey, it like motion for you to roll down the non-broken window.
He looks at you for a moment, and then he rolls the window down. Yes.
Hey, so, me and Daniel are apparently doing a thing. Do you know about that? Because I don't know about that.
Yes, that's
Okay.
Or
that's
doing a
thing
thing.
going on.
Or a bad thing, because, like, you're the logic, and I'm...
Yes, you're the idiot. Yes, we know. Just
Please.
go follow
He
Daniel.
looks very... He looks
Ran
down
off.
very sad, and just... I'm just trying to help.
Just doing
Well-
my best.
Well, the next time you try to help, don't shoot me first.
Daniel's
I didn't
still
shoot
just
at
going,
you, I shot past you.
Daniel's just gonna nudge the apple.
I
in
shot
his
around you.
peripheral vision.
Get out of my face.
Apple.
Not Ars's face. Fighting
No.
Dagor's
Ours
Would
is
you
gonna
like
look at
some
him
fruit?
like Ours is gonna look at Dagor like he's really dumb for a moment. It's just like, get out of my face.
An
And then
apple
turn
a
back
day
to-
keeps the fay
He's
away.
gonna pick up. He's gonna pick up the minigun and go. We got approval. Let's go. And look at Daniel and say that. Oh, thanks. And like eat the apple at the same time.
We at least like cover up the
Oh no! I want to roll brawn and try to fucking shoulder this thing.
Roll brawn.
Oh god.
First-
After
I gotta figure out how to roll
skill check.
brawn. 'Cause I
Brawn.
lost it.
So
Skill check.
just go do a skill check and then select brawn and roll that.
Yeah.
Daniel's just gonna be like, no,
Yeet.
Ed, no. Dagor.
Oh god.
7. Okay.
Here we go again on the ground.
So with a slam, so you go yeah, and but you're like, oh shit, you kind of like fumble it, and it goes pring, 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 pring on like the stone ground, and like loud clang, clang, clang. Give me a second roll, Dagoric.
I swear to God, if you break this, I'm gonna break you.
There you go. So you kind of go, anyway, you kind of like catch it up, and you're like, all right, that didn't happen. There's like a huge scratch along one of the barrels, you know.
He kind of like visibly like, just shoulders
Okay,
that part that's scratched against him.
I immediately freak out, panic, and run to the entrance of the bay and look around to see if anybody noticed.
So give me a perception check.
Any bonus or just straight perception?
No
so-
Veil Riders in the city?
No. So since the city is still unclaimed by any faction. Give me 1 second there. Give
You
me
said it was highly militarized.
yeah, but like standard
Local.
locally, yeah, like ballista, catapult, spear, sword, that kind of shit. So let's see.
Meeny, miny, mo, drop a Burt gun
Alright.
on his toe.
So 1 second. So roll perception plus boop 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 scrolly cunning.
Oof.
Damn it.
Okay.
How the fuck did he still get a 24? That's nuts.
Plus 12.
Plus 12.
Because I'm a cunning little shithead.
Well,
Scout
he's a
plus two.
scout, yeah. So
You little sneaky little fuck.
So as you run out, you see that someone has stood up. Like what the like you know like the holy shit like when they like stand up fully like what the fuck they just do. You see that on the rooftop of an inn, like well within eye shot, there's this somebody go like with his arms out like what the fuck, you know, like this complete shock, like bodily shock, like are they fucking serious? Like. So basically, this guy was watching, saw Dagoric just whip this fucking thing out, drop it, and smack the shit out of it, and pick it up. Basically, he's like, "What the fuck? What, really? You know, like just being like,
What the fuck is even that?
I have a response.
What's up?
It's a special axle for this special carriage.
No. This person is like 100 yards away on a rooftop. He was obviously spying on you. And he was saying he was so shocked by this, the absolute ballsiness of his whipping that bitch out in the open. He was like you know like the slow stand up, taking off the sunglasses, like what the fuck, you know, like
Wait. What's the range on the What's the range on the darkness?
We're not in darkness anymore.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
I dropped
he
that.
pulled it down.
Oh, okay. And
Wait,
there's
so
no
hold up.
doors on the bay at
no,
all?
it's an open bay.
Oh, shit.
So are
almost
you going
like I
to
want-
are you going to make that This is kind of meta-y, but are you going to make that known that somebody like did I hear that too, or was that just fucking Declan?
I like
So-
to imagine.
so-
I
so-
like to imagine it was pitch quiet.
So
and he
only
goes,
Declan
"What
saw the guy.
fuck?"
No. So only Declan saw the guy stand up and non-verbally go, "What the fuck?" Like hands held out, sunglasses like tipped down his head. Like, are you fucking serious? Like it's all non-verbal.
Are you going to wait?
I-
Are you going to make like a side comment at all? Psst, I need a side comment.
Are you
Like
talking
a-
to me?
Yes, you.
Yes.
Declan. The only person.
No, the other guy that noticed the fucking dude that went, what the fuck?
The fucking dude.
I'm just like, what the shit, dude? We definitely got an issue here, and I've had this.
He tries to hold it like he actually knows how to wield the thing, like a fucking
So-
like minigun.
Okay,
So,
no,
no, hold on. So as he does that, Declan, you kind of look back over your shoulder and you see a second guy stand up. Like, are they Like this guy stands up in a slow way that says, "Are they fucking for real right now?" Like they're basically a pair of spotters up there who are like, "Okay, we're gonna watch him, see what happens." And they're both like, "Are they being for real?" Like there's kind of like watching you guys just whip this bitch
No,
back
and
and forth in the
that's-
fucking docking bay.
that's
Come
what
on,
I
just
definitely got.
throw it
And
into the ocean.
Do you tell anyone this?
I'm trying to say something.
Go ahead, Declan. Go ahead.
Trying to say, okay, yeah. So I already had my suspicions earlier, and this only just makes me more suspicious. They were extremely surprised at what they saw. I really do not think that they are after that thing. They're after something else.
Oh.
Or there's
They
some
reacted
really
like
good-
when they
Hold on,
saw that
guys.
thing hit the
Hold on.
ground and heard that noise, they were surprised.
Question, Declan.
Yes.
Did you see any identifiable traits when they jumped up?
They're still standing up watching you guys. They've thrown stealth out, and there's like you see. So Declan, you can see these guys like
Yeah.
gesturing towards you guys and looking towards Ben. And his friend goes like, "I don't shows up like I don't fucking like." They were clearly caught a little off guard by you guys just whipping the fucking thing out there, and it was like because they expected like stealth, subtlety.
Yeah, us
Not-
smuggling it or something.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get rid of it. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But,
I'm more
okay,
surprised at the fact that they're like, oh, these people have a plan. They're trying to get our gun
Clang.
and steal it from some opposing faction. And we're just like, the fuck's
Dude,
this thing?
Ars, to answer your question, as far as I understood it, and Guard can, correct me, but as far as I understood it, all I saw was like silhouettes.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's still no identifiable traits. But do
No.
you let us know that they are there?
Wait, can I at least? Oh, of course I do. But can I at least? Guard?
Yeah.
Can I at least judge average height?
They are average height, and there are no spider legs. So that's all I can tell, bro. Unless you pull out your scope and like stare at them, that is the only way you can tell.
I can hear the visible
Actually, I
and
like this
audible
plan.
shrugging from here.
Okay, so so you do let us know that they are there, right?
Yes, 100%. I said
Do it
there's
NRP.
guys on the roof. They're very surprised at what we just dropped. I'm still not thinking that they're after this thing, but I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm a paranoid bastard.
Like having all my notes open, I'm like, this is not how I saw this going.
so after ours hears that, he's gonna look to Terra and say, "Hold on for a second. I think we may have the solution to our problem." He's gonna jump out of the Humvee,
10 months
run
and
out
it's
to the
still
bay and
silly.
say, "Do you want this thing or not? Just take it, please."
Salad, thank you for the subscription for 10 months. Appreciate that.
Now
So
Gorik will hug it. Now Gorik will hug it very close.
Oh god, I
He's like,
love
no,
this.
mine.
so you walk out and yell, what exactly? You just walk out and just belt out through the air. What?
Do you want this thing or not? Please just take it. We don't want it.
So
I want it.
So Declan, you see these two silhouettes kind of look like they kind of look at each other and go like, are they for real right now? Are they being serious? And they kind of look towards you, and here this guy goes, I mean, if you don't want it, we'll take it.
No,
Yes, please, take it.
Wait,
No!
Hold on.
Dalgoric is gonna run over and clamp a fucking whole giant hand over your entire face.
Daniel's gonna run over and shout, "What's your offer?"
1,000 gold.
Real quick, how easily detachable is the scope of my rifle?
You would know
Yes.
where it was set, so it can detach, but it's just more of a will it throw off your zero later on by wiggling around and shit.
Could you do a brown check real quick, Dalgoric?
But real quick,
Yes.
but real quick though, is like as you yell out, "What's your offer?" You hear back, "Next time we won't miss," and basically you guys hear a pause, and then the as this round sails past the door of your bay and ricochets off into the distance.
I'm just gonna say ours just when you try to clamp your hand over his mouth, you actually slapped him in the face and pushed him back.
How? You're not that tall.
Okay.
He can try.
Daniel's gonna shout. Daniel's gonna shout back and be like, 5 gold and a sandwich. I mean, we could have done that.
Okay, but okay, hold on. See, they said that they'll take it, sure, whatever, but they still shot at us. They're not after the fucking weapon.
So ours is
I'll be honest, I
Dalgoric
would made it
will
seem like
lightly
they were
slap
really
your
after
shoulder.
the weapon.
yeah. Since his mouth is covered, he's gonna start waving his arms, just like in a no, please don't, like type of situation, and he's gonna attempt to pry the hand off of his face.
Also,
Dalgoric won't resist, but he's
hold
gonna.
on. So
Dalgoric won't resist, but he's gonna say it's mine.
So as you guys are being all dramatic and shit, the guy pipes up, "You know what we want. Just take the multi-barrel, put it in a square, and we'll take it off your hands. Nothing else gotta happen, all right?"
Declan, do you still think they want to kill us?
I was actually going to say, as a reaction to hearing that bullet whiz past us, I yanked out my rifle and aimed it right at them to look at them through the scope.
So as you look at him through the scope, the guy sees you and points to the right. And as you follow where he's pointing, you see a far larger rifle pointing right at you. Like it's basically scope to scope right now. You two are staring at each other.
Okay, but again, actually, hold on. Do I see any identifying features?
You do. You're looking at the larger rifle that you can't really spot out because it's not still too far away. So, but you can tell this is definitely an aggradaling of some sort.
Brother.
Aggradaling crime, man.
But I will say that your rifle's an M700. His looks like an anti-material rifle of some kind. Like
much
larger.
I'm just gonna hold up my hand, and be like, all right.
So
and I'm gonna lift my rifle in saying I'm not gonna try to fire.
Well, hold on. So as you're looking through the scope and you do that, all right, you see her do like the finger eyeball looking at you motion with her hands, like I'm watching you, you know.
Or like after getting Dalgoric's hand off of his face, ours is gonna say, Dalgoric, put the weapon down. This is not worth our lives.
I mean, you get $5 and a sandwich out of them.
I will give you 5 gold right now. Just help me.
Wait,
help me.
Hold on. Can I get a confirmation? Are they after the gun or not?
Yes,
they are
they
after
are
the
after
gun.
the gun. Daniel's gonna be like, well, I mean, let's see if we could get $5 and a sandwich out of them. You're gonna be like, I'll give you $5, you fucking idiot.
See, I don't.
And he's gonna be like, it's just joking. He's gonna help you out.
I don't understand that. If we offered to just give it to them for free, then why the hell did they shoot at us?
They shot.
The offer was they won't miss next time after we ask for money.
Yes, that's why they shot.
Okay, fine.
That was the only reason they shot. This is so.
Wait.
Yes.
It is straight up, give this to us, or we're going to start shooting you with this anti-material rifle.
Have you guys caught on to what I said yet about their sniper? No one caught on to it?
It's an
It's
anti-material
About the
rifle.
anti-material rifle?
No.
And it's a female
Ours has
Aberdaling.
it.
Yes, I did catch female Agardaling.
Aberdaling, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Was there something that I missed?
Yes, I'm also clueless on this.
Okay. So Declan, why don't you go ahead and give me a brain power, please, as well, because
fuck.
So Thusla, you were shot by. Give me a brain power as well, as you both try to remember what that rifle sounded like.
Yay! Let me do a brain power bonus +0.
It's still on D20. See, you're all worried. So, so Declan, you know that rifle sounded much different than the one that shot Dagoric.
Okay. I mean, it's not the one that we encountered back there in the.
They're bluffing essentially.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to the type of rifle that they're using.
Swing and a miss, but go ahead.
Okay.
They're bluffing. Huh?
Okay.
No, yeah, they're not bluffing. They'll still shoot us. It's just a different person shooting at us.
Who?
Still
Okay.
doesn't matter.
Yes.
Who is the fuck?
What?
Not right now. I'm
Is
tired.
there any panic yet in the crowd of a
Fuck you, guard.
gunfire going off in the middle of the
No.
city?
So one thing is this is that
Oh.
that this gun was actually extremely quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Cool.
So we're essentially the only ones that were actually.
Yeah, if we
aware.
fire back, we're fucked. So,
Well,
like,
no,
we're
Tamarin
kinda
is
in the
so
situation.
Tamarin saw the thing crack off the fucking stonework and flop in the distance. He's like, "What the fuck?" Like, so as y'all kind of remember that that Tamarin's there, you see him like pinned to the back of the Humvee, like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like,
Yeah. Yeah, we have one panic guild member. If we try to fire, we'll just get in trouble by the cops.
So it's just like.
Or whatever, like militia here.
So I guess ours will say we're trying to get rid of the thing. Some of us are just being difficult about
he
it.
goes, "Just throw it in the street or something. It's just eat it.
Throw it in the square.
Okay.
Throw it in a square."
That's what they said.
Dalgoric is going to try to throw it down as hard as he can to break it.
No! What the fuck?
Make sure you do it outside of the bay, at least.
Yeah, he's going to try to yeet it as far as he can, so it looks like he's trying to get out of it.
So as you go to lift this big gun up, you kind of like lift it way up, right? Like holding it up in the air. As you do that, you see a little red dot appear on Dagoric's chest.
The moment I see that, I'm going to cast Snare on Dagoric.
That won't stop him. That won't stop him from fucking smashing it down.
It's only the legs, not the arms.
Oh, okay. So never mind.
Daniel is going to be underneath it, trying to make sure he doesn't drop it or throw it.
Guard, am I full health yet?
Yes,
am
you
I
are.
full health on this? Okay,
Yes, you are.
cool. I just wanted to make sure.
But low key, you don't want to get shot by this thing, my friend.
You really don't. And I can't do anything to stop you because I don't have retaliation.
I just yell out,
That's darkness.
Darkness. Darkness.
They told
Charlie Murphy.
Being the
Wait.
sniper that I am, and I'm looking at them, I see. Do I see the origin of the red dot? That's a question.
You can tell that the red. So you can tell there's some chimney smoke drifting by, and you can tell the red dot's coming from the other Agadailing.
Okay. As soon as I see that little red line, because you're saying it's going through smoke. As soon as I see that little red line, I yell, "Stop!"
Do you listen, Dagoric?
Much to my dismay, yes, Dalgoric will listen. However, he was in the process of eating, so do I need to make a roll to stop moving it?
Well, so basically, as you go to like lift it up in order to eat it, like you're pulling it back, that's when the dot appears. So
No. He's gonna like toss it, like underhand it. He's not gonna like try to throw it. It's just like, hey, they told me to throw it down, so I'm like tossing it down. He's not trying to be
No,
careful
a
with it.
second ago you explained it as you were going to throw it as
reaching
hard as
it
you
above
could.
your head.
Yeah.
And then
No, well, I
swing.
was holding it like that, but what my intent to throw it was like, oh, they told me to toss it outside. I'm tossing it outside.
You use the word yeet.
No,
Yeah.
no
Well, yes,
brawn check
he
needed.
is eating it underhanded.
No brawn check
Underhand.
needed.
Yeet is not underhand.
You just stop. That's all. It's fine.
Oh.
You just stop.
And also, as I yell stop, I also look at the other Aggerdaling and hold up a hand, like, hold on. Slow down.
You see, as you do that, you see the little dot making figure eights on Dagork's chest, as if she's just kind of waiting. You know?
Yes.
What a bitch. Fuck that cunt.
what a bitch. Why is that funny? I don't know.
Deogoric, they have a bead on you. Do not throw that.
Unless you want to.
This is
Have a
above
hole in
character.
your
I
chest.
just want to preface this, but I so badly want to shoot down a smoke in the doorway of the bay. I so badly. Can't
Why?
shoot what you can't see, cunt.
Stares and volume of fire. Anyway,
We just want to get out of this safely. Just,
so what is y'all's plan exactly?
Well,
I'd like to set
Step
the
one.
weapon
what
down.
is Dale
Try.
Gork's plan? What is
Yeah,
Dale
Dale
Gork's plan?
He's just as tall as a centaur. I just looked it up. Brim touched are on average height, like even slightly taller.
Yes, but see, here's the thing. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about ours.
What about what? What?
What? No. I'm coming in now. I'm going to
Oh.
take the gun and bring it to the square. If I have to do a contesting brawn roll, I will. But I'm going to take this gun and bring
You're gonna
it
feel
to
a slight amount of resistance, like he's very sad to let it go, but after like a short tug, he'll let it go.
Okay, so give me a brawn check there.
Sad
Declan.
horse is sad.
Or sorry, Darus.
Let's see if I roll my usual 2 on this. But
Ours breathes out the side of
Oh.
relief.
Why are we
21.
Like,
Are you rolling ghost dice? What was that?
it's a theme thing.
Okay.
What was the roll? Because I stepped away.
It was a 21.
It's
So
21.
Oh, okay.
so it's heavy and it's quite bulky and you're quite slow moving, but you do kind of like pop the gun to your hands and start like slowly lumbering your way towards the square.
Yeah.
Is there still a bead on me?
Yes.
Fuck.
And then I put it they just said the square, so I'm assuming the square has like a fountain.
Yeah, it's like a
Whatever.
fountain. It's like a fountain and benches and
Yeah.
like little food carts and that kind of stuff.
Oh, if there's a bench, yeah, he's just going to put it on a bench and walk.
I followed.
so the moment they step away from it, ours is gonna yell out, "We hope you have a nice day."
So as you yell out, no one answers back. It's just like a judgmental silence just kind of echoes out through the fucking bay and all that.
He shrugs and then walks back to Sarah and say, "Well, we handled our problem. Do you want to handle these corpses, or what do you want to do?" Like
Okay.
the whole situation just didn't happen.
Are we
So-
even getting paid for this job anymore?
We're probably not.
Daniel's gonna look at ours and just be like, "You want to get a sandwich after this?"
Yes, I want to get sleep after this. Honestly, I'm tired.
So Tamarin goes, okay, so I don't know about who or what your job came from. At this point, I don't even believe it was actually Sortower or anyone affiliated with him. How about, because of the fact these are family of guild members, I might be able to possibly take these people, because he seemed kind of struggled to say the word corpses because he knew them as people. These people off your hands and maybe figure out some kind of finder's fee, if that sounds okay to you.
Sounds great.
That would be wonderful. Yes, we just want to get done with this job and go because we're tired of this place. No offense to you. It's just we hate being followed and threatened and almost killed for nothing of our fault. Yes.
Well, I'm sure that would cause anyone stress and ill content with life. Just stay here in the bay. Try not to endanger or kill anyone for maybe 20 minutes, and I will be right back.
Yes, please, and be careful. They're still out there, most likely.
I mean, they have no quarrel with me. It appears you took the problem child out, so I don't believe there should be any issues. I will be right back. And as he
Yes.
walks away, those of you in the square, as you kind of set down the giant Gatling gun on one of the benches, you see a red light appear next to the bench, and you see it kind of. It kind of trails back the way you came, and it kind of does little figure eights from the Gatling gun to back to where you came.
What does that
What a
mean?
cunt.
Yeah, Del Ruth would probably be saying to like any bystanders around, just like, "Don't touch that. Leave
Yes,
it there."
please just let
Da-
it
touch it,
Daniel's,
touch
Daniel's gonna find a marker in a Humvee, find a piece of paper, and put "Do not touch." Walk over it and put it on the Gatling gun, and walk back.
Okay.
Thank God you can do that. I can't.
You said there was like a fountain in this town square.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. I'm gonna sling my rifle and sit my ass on the edge of the fountain.
So as you sling your rifle and sit on the edge of the fountain, you see a few figures kind of pop out of a building some ways away, and they look directly at you, like they know where you are. And you see that same red laser kind of pop up, and it kind of like warbles on your knee for a bit to try like get your attention, and it kind of trails away from the fountain and back towards the warehouse and guild
Come on,
headquarters.
we want their business cards.
Well,
so we
that's a
don't have
sign.
to
Yeah.
issue again.
Yeah, see, I kind of want to just fold my arms because I want to talk to these people. I don't want to take the gun. I don't care about it.
That's the implication. They want you back in a private space.
I want
because
to
they
talk to
still-
them though.
They still have to walk up to get the gun. Your best bet to talking to them is waiting until they come get the gun.
Okay, so you're kind of folding your arms, and you see the laser kind of drop as if she's like, ugh. You see the laser kind of turn off. And after a few minutes, a Valley Elf kind of sits down next to you, and he kind of like leans backwards and looks towards where the sniper is, and look back toward. He doesn't make eye contact with you, but he kind of looks towards the big revolving gun. And he kind of goes,
I have no interest in the gun. None at all. Just want to ask you a few questions if you're okay with that.
I mean, that's fine. We appreciate your... What's the word that would fit this, I think? Your cooperation, perhaps?
I'm curious how you knew we had the gun.
From what we understand, you guys may have come under fire around the ambush site.
We did.
Actually, the other guy came more under fire.
Literally. And the guy goes, I must say, the forest fire was spectacular, but we were able to more or less kind of follow you here. We had kind of a scare. We thought the little girl thing was part of your party. We spent quite a bit of time running through the night because of that, but that's a whole other story. But now you go ahead. It's fine.
Do you happen to know anything about who it was that attacked us?
Well, yes and no. There were 10 parties hired to go and retrieve that. And he kind of points towards the big revolving gun. And out of those, 5 are left. And it was a bit of a skirmish here or there to see who could gain control of the weapon. But no one can really figure out how to get past that blasted carriage.
Okay.
Oh, they did. They also decided not to watch that anime, huh?
They didn't. They didn't have the Latin weed powers of ours, apparently.
the latent, like, fucking doki powers.
Yes.
Fucking
jeez.
metagaming powers.
By the
Man,
power
only
of
if they had
metagaming.
Google.
Yes.
But he goes, anyway, you know how it is. Someone by the name of Cassius, or something of the sort, hired us, I know, and actually a few others, Matter of fact, we had to take down one of those parties. It went a bit rogue, you see. We had to take care of a loose end. But it all should be coming to an end here soon. No bad blood, I'm sure. I doubt you had any, designs for the weapon. After all, I think you were here for the bodies, weren't you?
We were just
Yes,
here for money.
we happened to stumble across the weapon. We had no idea about it.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
I was more interested in the carriage, honestly.
Yeah, same. I wanted the carriage. The gun just kind of showed up and made us not have the carriage.
Yeah.
But
Anything good for
we'll be taking possession of the whatever that thing is, some kind of human device made by humans for humans, but this Cassius wants it. Some strange man in what was it?
I was about to ask, do you have a location possibly on this Cassius?
Well, we were hired out of Alberst, but apparently it's making its home in Kindred, if it means anything to you.
Yes.
It was a fucking rat race.
I mean, while I'm sad to let this thing go because we probably could have netted a nice little profit off of it, I do appreciate the info.
Well, I mean, it's no hard feelings one way or the other. We have what we have. We'll get our payday, and you guys can be, out of the hot seat. By the way, is your centaur friend okay? He got shot. Blood everywhere. I mean, we can follow you guys here by the blood trail. I mean, was he sick or something? He seemed to be in a bit of a...
You know what? You really don't want to know what happened.
Well,
just trust me on that.
Well, Phaedra saw the young female getting more and more buckets of water a lot, and we thought maybe he had gotten sick or something.
Wait, what the fuck? Did he just call me a what?
He called you a bitch.
Ours is...
You're not there to hear it.
Yeah.
The fact that you even saw the water incident, I would have to say I am quite surprised at your ability of stealth.
Well, not really us, per se. It's mostly Phaedra. She likes to watch. She's quite strange. I don't really quite like her myself, but she is proficient.
Oh, so she's a bitch and a cuck. Got it.
God.
That's one way to put it.
How could one man be so angry? Anyway, then he goes, but anywho, we noticed
you took away gun. I'm big angry.
But since we are taking this from you, and not for any bad measure, I believe, what do they call it? A Hummer, or the big metal carriage with you. That we do have, as a kind of kindred trade, we have left a small bundle for you just outside town. You'll see it by a little yellow waving flag. We left you some fuel you might be able to use to get it running and take you guys back home.
I very much appreciate that.
Yeah, we do feel we're glad you all didn't fight, because you all probably would have died. But you guys got kind of caught in the middle of this whole thing. Not you guys weren't even there to get the gun. You were there for the bodies, which is very noble of you. But it's not really anything you've done wrong, and we do feel bad for that halfling shooting so much blood on that. But anyway, we'll give you some fuel that way you can get home and hopefully wash your hands of this whole ordeal.
Well, again, I very much appreciate that, and seriously, good job on the stealth.
Well, we prefer to not get shot at and bleed out in a field somewhere, so we kind of prefer low pro. Also, he just whipped it out. He just pulled it out. That's just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave Gory, have some class when you're gonna fucking whip it out in public. God damn.
But he goes anyway. He kind of slaps his pants, because as you kind of turn and look a little bit, he's wearing completely modern battle gear from boots to shoulders. He goes, anyway, we best be getting on. We have a long journey ahead of us, as do you, and Yeah, save. Now, if you watch, the least stealthy of our group, and this huge Goliath steps out. Like, this guy stands up where we're sitting. This guy's at least 8 feet tall. He's going to take that weapon, and we'll just... you guys, we're just going to saunter on out of here, and you guys can make your way. Anyway, little wavy yellow flag. You'll see about 3 or 4 cans, I think, we left for you. And... yeah, good luck to you, and hopefully that other contract of yours goes well. And he kind of stands up, the other guy stands up, and they both kind of just walk away as this huge Goliath grabs that fucking Gatling, picks it up, it kind of hefts over his shoulder, and starts walking away. And as it walks away, you hear the Goliath go, "Oh, they scratched it, like they scratched 2 of the barrels."
Again, I just, as he's walking away, I say, again, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you sitting down and talking with me.
And he does that like backwards hand wave thing, like, yeah, goodbye. And after a while, they kind of disappear through the crowd.
And not once did he ask to be on the no-kill list.
So at this point, obviously, I'm gonna head back to the bay with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you learn?
I will say, though, actually, hold on. I'll do a roll real quick. Let's see here. Give me a perception check with your cunning.
Okay, one moment.
I kind of hope this becomes into a kind of like a romance trope where they're trying to out-snipe each other.
Oh God!
So you never even see it coming, but you feel someone pinch your ass cheek as they walk by, and as you like spin around, you see a short, little Agardaling ear kind of fading through the crowd.
Is that shoot? What was her name again?
Fandra.
Fandra.
You have no idea.
Is that her name?
What? Oh, I have no idea because I rolled so shitty.
Well, you know who it was, but you heard the name from Dandra, but you don't. But you don't know if it was her or not.
Okay.
You can assume.
I
just kind of look back and smile.
There are no Thay and Bossing say. Shut up, Flash. I just saw that.
I just look back and smile, hoping that they saw it.
You have no idea.
I know. I have no idea. That's why I said hoping they saw it.
All right. So now that you guys are free of the burden of the weapon, about half an hour later, Tamarin shows back up and he goes, "Okay, some good news."
Oh.
So we'll say like, so y'all kind of get back to where you are around around the bay, and you're all kind of like back together as a team. And
I didn't know if we
Daniel
were gonna.
has a sandwich in hand.
I didn't know if I was gonna have a chance to talk to the team about what I just talked to them about.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so I get back to the bay. Ars, you asked, so what happened? I think that's what you asked.
So what did you learn?
So it does appear that there were quite a few groups that were after that weapon. And some of them, if I understood correctly, were taken out by the same person that came after us out there in those woods.
Was there... So wait, how many groups were after us?
Well, there were 10 groups after the weapon. Over half of them are gone at this point. They have been taken out by, I guess, other teams, or even possibly that halfling that came after us.
Okay, did they tell you who started this whole situation in the first place?
I was going to get to that, but I was getting to the dialogue. But apparently, the person that is going after this weapon, the person that wanted this weapon, and where this weapon is most likely headed, is back to Kindred.
Shocking.
So
anyways,
money.
So it was a rat race then.
Oh, no money, but just outside of town, we should look for a small yellow flag that they did leave us some supplies in exchange for the weapon.
Well, that's
including fuel for the including fuel for this big steel wagon.
Yeah, Ars's eyes will light up and brighten up a bit. Well, that's actually quite kind of them, considering they could have just killed us.
I had a feeling that they didn't want to just kill us. I think they just wanted the weapon, and that's why I stayed behind at the fountain.
I mean, you kept constantly saying that they may not have been after something else. I honestly, your feelings are very.
Well,
varied.
I thought they were associated with whoever attacked us in the woods. But then I began to realize whoever it was that attacked us in the woods was not associated with them. Because if it was the same person, they would have just outright shot us.
Sure, I suppose. I want to sleep.
I took a gamble. But yes, sleep would be good. I think for all of us. Also, what time is it? Oh, okay, never mind.
So Ars will tilt his head slightly, and he'll raise an eyebrow at you, Declan, but he won't say anything and say,
Ivan donated $25.
They seem to have very magically adept people.
So
on
Ivan,
side,
is
so
that
it's a very
for
good thing that
okay,
he wants
right.
involved.
So you want a shot, got you.
And he'll just leave it at that. He'll walk away from you.
As you do, I just say, I do hope we see them again.
Daniel goes, wow, you have a crush on him or something?
You can actively hear him groan. Just.
So one moonshine, apple moonshine shot for Ivan. 1 second here.
What did you say, Daniel?
I said, I looked at Declan and said, wow, you got a crush on him or something?
Spicy. Okay.
I mean,
what, as in the food or the conversation?
The fucking moonshine shot. Anyway. So
I just looked back at you and I'm like, how am I supposed to feel about another aggravating sniper?
Yeah, so basically I sent Ars a DM, so he did certain things and learned some certain things.
Oh, okay.
We're all clones of you.
We are all Declan.
We got country Declan, we got
Horsey Declan.
Horse Declan, we got Vader Declan.
We got main character Declan. That's my favorite like running Stormrider joke with you Ars. It's funny. Get over it. Anyway, so what is y'all's plan exactly? So actually no, not yet. So after y'all, go out there and kind of chat about 10 minutes later, Tamarin goes, all right, good news. I've got a finder's fee for you.
Okay.
Now they will have to, I'm so sorry. They have to observe the bodies in their current state where they are. And you see these 5 guild members step out. Now they're all also Abaddon Valley elves, but their ears have gold caps on both ears. And
Daniel's just gonna go, oh, we got them fucking fancy elves here.
You see Tamarin, you see Tamarin like inwardly panic. Like you see his heart rate jump in his fucking neck. And one goes, yes, the fancy elves. Where are the bodies?
They're in the wagon.
Get them. And the other guys kind of step down and kind of walk, and they whip off the wool blankets. Like these guys are not reserved towards death, and they kind of just whip these blankets off. And the kind of main one walks and goes, advanced state of decay. Must have been out in the wild for at least a couple weeks. Looks like the mother and the child. Were there any other childs or children with this group?
No, sir. Not as far as we know, there were only these 2.
Mark down that there are 2 children missing in the wilderness and or being held ransom. You can see a little guy pull out an old notepad, start writing it down. He goes, all right, split the stomachs. So So the other one pulls out this long silver knife, and you see Tamarin kind of like look away as he cuts from breastbone to like groin bone. The stomach's all the way open. And
Archer just tilts his head at that. That's interesting.
They start with the mother, and you see the guy kind of peel the skin back. It is kind of old, desiccated skin. He kind of pulls it back, and he goes, "Nothing, sir." He goes, "All right, try the child." And as he cuts the child open, he pulls the skin back, but there is something inside the child. So, as he pulls the skin back, and he kind of like pulls, is a small lump. Kind of where the liver is, and he goes, "I see something." He pulls that liver back and pulls the stomach out of the way, and there's a small silver box inside this child. And you see the man kind of lean over. He goes, that would be it. Take it.
I look over and I'm just like, the fuck?
So the guy goes, "Take it, catalog it. We will put it in the lectures." And the guy kind of plucks this box out, and this box is super filigreed and etched, and it's innately beautiful despite the gore stuck to it. And the man goes, "I didn't expect him to put the other artifacts literally inside his children. That man has no bounds." And so the guy goes, "Tamarin, give him the full finder's fee plus interest." And Tamarin goes, "Yes, sir." He pulls out the sack. This sack is heavy. Like, when he sits on the hood of the Humvee kind of like booms as it how heavy the sack is. And he goes, 1,500 gold.
Huh. Well. Huh. Thank you for the flame.
As they then lift the bodies and take them away, along with the one guy holding the box, and he's holding the box in chainmail gloves wrapped in leather. The main one goes, "And I am sure I do not need to tell all of you that you did not see or get wind of anything that came out of that child, correct?"
Of course, sir.
"As it is, we are pretty sure if you were to take them back, you would not have gotten a reward. You would have been killed. More or less, you're being, as someone put it, honey-potted to bringing the hard work towards someone else. So count your lucky stars that you did not head back home and turn in your prize."
Well, we're just glad we did a noble deed, sir.
That and it's too far.
Incorrect.
I just look at them and go, "What child?"
Incorrect. You did not do anything. You stopped them for a visit and got a nice reward for finding lost merchandise. Good day to you. And he turns on his heel and walks away straight.
Why I hate merchants.
I hate merchants.
But Daniel goes to him and be like, but we lack this money.
Payday to the brothel boys. Pirates.
Speaking
to the brothel boys. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dalruth.
Oh, all I was commenting was we almost have enough to pay all the potions.
I was only going to say, I would like to bring up to the party, I am 100% out of medical supplies.
Yeah.
Yes,
everyone is.
We'll restock and everything here.
But most importantly, Daniel has to get something for ours.
What?
Don't worry about it. I'll give it to you during breakfast.
So beyond that, ours will turn to Tamarin and say, once again, I apologize for all the trouble. It's very stressful.
It's not too bad. I'm sure to make a lovely story. I'm actually working on a few writings myself. This should make a nice little palate cleanser during one of the chapters, I think.
Yes. Hopefully very scrubbed though.
Oh well, yes. I'll have to change names and add in some roguish, rakish figure to follow the story. But it should make for rather lovely reading, I think. But anyway, hopefully this money gets you guys at least back home with some supplies, and try not to get in any more trouble.
We try our best, honestly we do, but this life is filled with peril.
Indeed. Have have we given him anything for his troubles?
I mean,
A good story.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
fine.
not giving that guy
I'll
anything.
stick with that.
So as you guys,
that guy doesn't get
so who grabs a sack?
I can't. It's too heavy for me.
I think we just have it on the ground and we're all surrounding it. Like, so what do we do?
Okay, so if that's the case, you guys quickly count it out. There's actually 2,000 gold pieces there.
What?
And a note.
Okay. What does the note say?
The note's folded up. So who's gonna read the note?
I'll read it.
I'll read it. Oh.
Roll for it. Fuck it. Who's faster?
All right.
Cunning
Just
rolls.
roll a d20.
Yeah.
Oh.
Daniel, I am average.
He
But I'm
reads
still
it.
better than ours. All right. Give me 1 second here. I gotta type it all out. All right. So you guys can talk about yourselves while I fucking ticky tack away. I'm gonna go mute real quick.
All right. Well,
All right. Let's see here.
so yeah, one thing Daniel's gonna do with that money is that he's gonna buy Ars a nice hat.
Hmm.
Good luck finding it.
Good luck finding it. Yeah.
I'm gonna have it tailor made.
Nice.
I'll be right back.
So, just a reminder, like, strong healing potions are about 90 gold a piece.
I think
And
so.
that's-
Yeah.
That's book price. That's like not, hey, we
No.
got a bad roll on the economy price.
That and haggling as well. So
Don't let me haggle.
Honestly, if we could, I really
you
wish
can't
we could
even
find
haggle with a
Knowles.
chick.
I wish we could find Knowles. Their potions are way better, and they have drugs. And they're just the best. Knowles
They
are
have
the best
drugs.
characters to ever find. They are so cool. But we don't have them, so we're going to need like, because I don't have any potions on me. I think we're mostly out. Did anyone ever get Lynx's bag?
No, I think
Like,
we just
did he ever tell us what his items were? Because
No, because he walked off. He walked
Oh,
off. He
okay.
didn't
Mino
leave
got
it.
it. Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so Killjoy, you have your note.
What happened?
Alright.
And then, yeah, we'll probably need. I don't know if we even have IFAX.
Alright, she pop it down, I got some words to say. It says, beware of Cassius and his merchantes. Beware of Kindred, but beware that you are known. We might be popular around there, who knows? You are but one cog in a larger machine, and you will be contacted likely within a few weeks of here. Take care and be careful around these humans. They are not of Veil Rider stock. The fuck does that mean?
Hand me the note. I don't actually understand what you just said.
I literally had that message pre-pasted in Ars's fucking DMs as New's gonna ask for it.
Because he doesn't understand what he's saying.
We're just a cog in the machine for the fucking black market.
Oh no! I understand. I understand what he said. Ours doesn't understand what he says because he barely understands what Daniel says half the time. So
Ours doesn't understand the big, thick country accent.
The only thing that was mispronounced was machine, but that's probably because never seen that word before and just did the how it's spelled.
Yeah, hold up. He's gonna hand it off to you and be like, "Well, I read it as it says in Tunka."
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is. Well, we may have some trouble going, but the Kindred. What's it?
Well, Kindred's the one with the blink and Mr. Bob, so maybe we shouldn't go back there because if we do and they realize that we don't have the big fancy Mishima gun,
No,
then
no, Daniel, you do remember what Mr. Bob asked for, correct?
it
A
was
silver box.
They asked for he asked for a silver box.
Like the one that was just ripped
Yes.
out of the child.
I
Yes.
wasn't paying attention to that because I want to get some
I-
food after this. So
I realize that. That's why I'm reminding you. But yes, this is troubling. We might need to avoid Kindred from now on.
So what about other cities like Huey and Southern Trace?
You can just keep going north.
Yeah, that sounds like the best way to do it.
But if we go far enough north, we'll reach Valley Vara.
Do we know any merc guilds up north?
Go far enough north and we'll meet some more Agridaling. I mean,
You and
this guy sounded boldly. Let's just go north.
You and your Agridailings, I swear.
Can I actually do a history check on merchant guilds in this area? Mercenary. Oh no, merchant guilds specifically beyond this.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
It would be good if we knew about mercenary guilds going north.
Daniel goes, wait, who's Cassius again? I kind of forgot.
he's the guy that hired people to find that gun that we just let loose.
Where did we meet him again? Or
Kindred.
So real quick,
Kindred.
Ars, you know the two biggest areas, the three largest areas that have a Merchants Guild and a Merc Guild will be Killdown, Sturmore, and Abston.
Well, we could go to Killdown. It's much farther away from the orc insurgents, and personally, the farther we get away from Kindred, the better. If we're hunted, apparently.
Yeah, and they get word we didn't secure that silver box, we'll probably be hunted down.
That wasn't even like that'd be a real shit one because we didn't really accept the quest. She's like, if you happen to find the silver box, bring it back.
So, ours is gonna actually he heard Kodrama say and say, yes, you have something to say.
Yeah, we have 100 gold investment down in Kindred.
Oh,
fuck!
The fucking food cart.
Oh no!
He's like, but my food wagon.
We can find another cart thing. We just got 2,000.
Wait, hold on.
I'll give you 100 back for it to not go down there.
I need a quick reminder. Sorry. The food cart, is that also where we stash the radio base station?
Yeah.
Shit.
I personally would very much like that, but oh god.
I never talked to anybody about no corpses and shit. They don't know me, probably.
Never split the party. Oh.
What could possibly go wrong?
A lot. Knowing
Don't automatically know you.
Knowing
You're the
me,
only
that
spider
sounds
thing around.
targeted, sir. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Spider walks back into town and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you're the one that kissed the old lady."
Well, you're the giant ass
you're
spider,
racist.
the only one we've seen in fucking 3
He said
years.
that's racist.
We can get another cart built here. We don't
Probably
have to
for
go right
cheaper.
down to Kindred.
Probably for cheaper.
You realize that's a 2-week wait, right?
Imagine how sad that guy's. I built this awesome cart for this awesome spider guy. And you just never fucking come back.
Well, I'd rather just get it built
fine, he
here
was already
somewhere
paid.
else. 'Cause
Hey,
I'd
where-
rather get it built here someone else than risk dying because we're
I
involved
mean,
in something we don't have any business.
It is a
doing.
very ominous note that says beware of Kindred, but be aware that you are known. So, most
You
likely...
could just stay at
Right
staging
there, though.
area.
We also have the blink there.
No,
We don't want to be at the blink.
Says
Yeah,
who?
up board, that's probably the last place
Says
we
who?
want to
What's wrong with the fucking blink?
Says the note, and the fact that Bob is a very ominous
Well,
man.
no,
The note didn't
assumption-
say the
it's
blink; it said
assumption, yeah.
kindred. Obviously,
That's
But the blink
assumption
is
because
is-
they were basically saying in the note, you don't want to go to Kindred or the unsavory merchants, especially the humans that aren't of the Veil Rider
stock.
The unsavory merchants are the underground.
Yeah, definitely black market. It basically, I'm pretty sure the dude's name's not actually Bob. It's Cassius.
Yes.
You know, like, oh, it's
Yes, and
pretty
yes.
easy to link me up. Unfortunately, my character's stupid, so this is all above board.
So, but in character,
it's all above board.
In character, I'll say this: it's a very bad idea to go to Kindred. This Bob character,
Coward.
whoever.
Who the fuck is Bob?
But he's the man that Daniel
Who the
made a
fuck is
deal
Bob?
with the orcs, and there's the whole unsavory merchants, possibly meaning the black markets. There's just a lot of reasons we probably shouldn't go back down to Kindred.
Daniel is gonna look at look at his bags under his eyes. Is like, how about we discuss this in the morning after a nice big bowl breakfast?
I'd rather we finalize this now, because this is actively playing with our lives at this point.
Yeah, but also we have to stay in Northern Trace. They said we will be contacted in a few weeks, which means that we have to stay kaput.
They never said we had to stay put. They can find us, I'm pretty sure.
But it would be easier if we stay put.
2 weeks.
You guys should read the message a little closer, because I think you're getting a bit confused on what I wrote.
Yes.
I'm a Valley Elf illiterate fuck.
So, ours will read out again.
Oh, you're illiterate too?
Look, this is what the note says. Beware of Cassius and his machinations. Beware of Kindred, but be aware that you are known. You are but one cog in a larger machine, and you will be contacted likely within a few weeks of. Take care and be careful around these humans. They are not a Veil Rider stock.
So of here, which means right here, and so we should stay put.
Yeah, sure, why not? Fuck it.
That's not what that means.
I am so smart. Look at me go.
Honestly, the best. They're going to find us regardless, is what this seems like it's going. It's saying.
When the DM giggles, like, maybe we shouldn't do that. Hold on.
The best thing we can do right now is make our way to somewhere else. Restock and go somewhere else that's not Kindred. And not here. Certainly not here.
What about Gavarat?
The guy
Oh no! Fuck you!
Who's Gavarat again?
What about
Go
Gavarat?
straight to the orc town. That'll be easy.
Are you fucking troglodytes?
Hold on. To be fair, gentlemen, I do have things written down in case you do go down there. It is an option you have.
It's kill characters. Make sure they have a new one for next week.
No. No, hold on. That's Kunab, not Gavarat. You better get your story right there, guy. Yeah, it's kill characters. Oh, good grief.
We have
That's written everywhere.
No, we're not going.
That's
we're
on
not
every
going.
plan.
We're not going into orc territory. Please don't suggest that again.
Big
All right,
scary
Kindred
baby
it is.
bitch.
No. Why are you like this, Kojama?
I want my wagon. I want my radio. Let's just stop in, have lunch, and leave. All right.
You know what? You know what? How about this? How about this?
Just stop in. My character would be the best for it because I literally have an ability of just a Joe.
How about
I'm just
a cook.
Yeah.
I'm just a cook.
How about this? You can go down there yourself. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't see
Doug
anyone
Morgan,
else suggesting we go north except you.
Is Dalgork in this scene, by the way?
yes, you are.
Yes,
we're all in
everyone's
the
in the
scene.
scene.
Okay. Dalgork's gonna walk up to Coldramina.
He said, "Am I in the
and,
scene like in a fucking like movie? Like, am I
We're
here
just
in the
arguing
scene?"
in the streets after a gunshot has been there and stuff. We're
I
here
think
to,
we're
like,
I think we're actually
Start
still in the
off of
bay.
town square.
Yeah,
we're still in
I-
the bay.
Yeah,
We're in the
we're
bay.
still in the
Because I
bay.
wasn't at the gunfight.
I've been dealing with some things IRL, which is like I've been listening, which is why I'm asking to make sure I'm not butting in.
No, we're all talking right now.
Yeah,
Okay. Dalgork will walk up to Coldramina and, be like, so I heard radios, I heard food truck, and I'm kind of interested on both. Which option gives us that? 'Cause I'm going that way.
There is no fucking option.
No, we're not
There's the
going
Kindred
down to
option.
Kindred. Kindred is actively dangerous for us.
Okay, so stay at staging area.
Or we could just not, and you two could go down if that's what you're interested in.
I mean,
I'll
Dalgork will
take
look
it,
at
man.
Coldramina with a raised eyebrow.
That is a tempting idea. Except for that Drake in the forest.
Yes,
yeah, the refuge is kind of an issue.
and you'd have to deal with that by yourself. Good luck with that.
I would also like to mention that the merchants mentioned that there are other children out there.
Okay, so we
Wow,
find them, feed them to the Drake.
Wow, that
Just
sounds
saying.
like. Wow, that kind of sounds like a problem that we're gonna have to deal with never.
Declan,
I'm
we're not-
fine with that.
We're not heroes.
I'm totally fine with that. I was just bringing it out there as another possible point.
Big thing is, don't we need some kind of liquid for this cart?
Yes, and
Where
you
do
know,
we go that gets that liquid?
Just outside of town, look for a yellow flag.
No, like in the future.
Oh,
Now,
Well-
to refresh y'all's memory, there was someone in Kindred working on fuel.
Maybe we shouldn't put too many eggs in one basket.
So that's why you don't want to go to Kindred. Because you want to use those oxen for my cart. For
What?
your cart.
What?
It's
Well,
conspiracy.
I could give lessons.
You're all trying to steal
Also-
Betsy over here.
You
I
want the
could
oxen, man. I fucking knew it, man.
Also-
ours is just squinting at him at this point. He's just like, I could give less than a damn about your oxen. Take them for
Also-
all I care.
How
We
deep
get
in the
the
moon juice
power.
are you?
we get the magical liquid that makes the big steel carriage go. What the hell do we do with the oxen?
Keep them.
Oh, we
So,
still have a cart they can pull.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that'll work. But it'll be
I mean-
way behind us.
They could
No.
also just pull the Humvee because they're the max speed, basically.
Yeah, that'd be good too. The less we have to use the weird
Yes.
water, the better.
Oh, the horror of your DM giving you options.
How
Right.
dare he?
I want to go north.
All right, so we are, so we are, so we have about 3 more minutes left in the stream until we gotta end it. So I'm going to call it a halt here. Y'all can argue for the next week until we play again. But
I mean, I'm fine going anywhere, but
Assuming your
ours
truck
has
doesn't
opinions.
fucking break again.
yeah, shut the fuck up, bro.
Ours has opinions. So I'm
Don't
fine going
don't
anywhere.
fucking jinx it, man. Yuri Terrace, thank you for subscribing. Yuri Terrace, your sussy wussy name, my friend. But I appreciate
That's a
y'all
lot of
for
messages in Ostrom.
appreciate
He's
y'all.
Russian.
He's Russian. I appreciate y'all for listening. We'll have the podcast stream Wednesday, and then the War Crime Boys Friday. And I'll see you guys
Hey,
then.
Guard,
What's up?
can we get a spoiler for our potential guests for the podcast?
Not really. No.
You don't know yet? Oh,
No, I
come
don't.
on,
I've
Guard.
no-
Unprofessional.
I have no idea.
Unprofessional.
I
bro.
know. I'm just the worst. All right, but I'll see you guys
It's Matt
later.
Mercer.
Have a good day. It's the fat fucking chance in hell. Yeah, 2 hours of me grilling Matt Mercer. That'd be fun for everybody. Anyway, see you guys later. Goodbye. Take care.